Hey everybody, Justin Senior here. How's it going? Welcome to my ClickFunnels for e-commerce training webinar, and we are live right now. I'm super excited to have you in this training. This training's been a long time coming, and I'm really excited to kind of go over everything that there is to know about ClickFunnels and e-commerce in tonight's training. And see a lot of familiar names in here, guys. It's really nice to have you in here. And as always, I'm going to give a couple minutes to let people kind of stroll in here, and probably start about 5 minutes after, and just making sure that everyone has some time to come in. So I want to say I see some comments already. David says, "Go Jags." Cyril, what's up? Nice to see you in here. Cyril is thinks he's going to beat me in tennis coming up this week. It's just another misconception. I'm actually going to be talking about misconceptions of e-commerce today. That's probably one of the biggest misconceptions out there. Eric says, ClickFunnels plus e-com. Yes, definitely. It's going to be great. Ehsan says, you're a live training student. That's awesome. Thanks for coming in here. Alfred, Chris from Atlanta, how's it going? Football season coming up. Hopefully you guys have a good season down there in Atlanta. Michael B, what's up? Rami, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Donald, a lot of familiar names, guys. Real great to see you guys in here. See some new names as well. Really great to have you in here. And this webinar, just like all my free webinars, I'm going to try to give you as much value as possible. I'm just going to try to make it as interactive as possible. So, don't hesitate to use the question box here like you guys are using right now. Liad, what's up? Nice to see you in here. Great to see you around again. Peter, all the way from New Zealand. That's awesome. Ed, love you too, man. Thanks. I appreciate all of the great feedback, guys. And really, it's just always a great time when we do these webinars. So definitely think it's going to be great. Let me see. Liad says, is Demio integrated with ClickFunnels? Yes, in the way that any form, anything that has an HTML form is integrated with ClickFunnels. Like you could take the form code, let's say in Demio they spit out the form code, right, and you just put it into ClickFunnels. So it works. Patrick says, have you seen the new App Trends integrations? Yeah, I'm waiting for them. App Trends, I think they don't have the variant-based issues, and I'm going to go into all that. But App Trends is for sure. I don't know if Michael's in here right now, but App Trends definitely is a company that everyone's going to pay attention to shortly once they have their integration set up. Dave says, on vacation in Santa Barbara, not missing this. I like that dedication. It's great. Sue from Liverpool, and Patrick from Denmark. It's probably late over there right now, so thanks for staying up here. See Julian, I see some crazy eights in the chat box, which I always like to see. That's great. Do your funnels work for selling clothing? How can you upsell a t-shirt with one click? Dimitri, that's for sure the issue, right? And we'll go over that. But obviously one-click upsells with variant-based products, which not every print-on-demand has variants, but obviously t-shirts, right? It doesn't work. So there's still ways to do it, but it's not really like that. Will Harvey, has been a long time. Nice to see you in here. Hey Jim, yeah, this is live for sure. Joanne, Stephanie, Ruan, Patrick, nice to see you guys in here. John and Alex, a lot of Canadians in here. That's great. I actually play hockey. Last night I scored 4 goals. I'm not even lying. You can even look up the stats. It's in a beer league, hockey league, so I don't think I'm getting any contract offers, but it's good enough for me. Jade from Austria here. What's up? Let's see. Being a bit nosy, what's the plaque behind your Facebook? That plaque is the 2 Comma Club, right? You could definitely be as nosy as you want about that. I'm proud to announce that, obviously. 2 Comma Club, it's an award that you get when you hit over 7 figures of sales on ClickFunnels. So they give me that plaque, and anyone can get it as long as anyone can get up to 7 figures of sales. And I'm going to actually show you the funnels that I use to get up there. So actually you see the link on the screen. Actually, I didn't even ask. You guys see my screen? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you see. Just see my little PowerPoint up on the screen. It's got 1.JustinSenior on there. Okay, cool. Vasil, nice to see you in here. Vasil has been in, I think, every single one of my Demio webinars so far. Irfan, how's it going, man? It's been a while since I've seen you. That's great. Hopefully you're still doing well out here. Jay, nice to be back joining live again. Yep, nice to have you. Katie says this is better than GoToWebinar. I think so. I mean, I think it's just a great piece of software. I've been using Demio for the past couple of months now, and it's been great. Cool. All right. So I think give a couple more, maybe 1 more minute. And I think most of you have already kind of mentioned, but if you haven't, let me know where you guys are signing in from, where you guys are actually watching from. And I like calling attention to the fact that I'm sure we're going to get people from literally all over the world And the great part about that is this business can be run from anywhere in the world. And obviously, if you've been following anything that I do, any of the business models that I am interested in, they don't require any inventory. They don't require any risk in terms of having, needing a warehouse or needing a fulfillment team or needing any of that stuff, right? I mean, the most that you would need would be a virtual assistant, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But really, it's a very, very simple. Oops, let me just get this up here. Get the PowerPoint up here. That would help. Teasing a little bit too much right now. Here we go. Oh man. Now let me just close this and and restart. But we're going to, and yes, this is live for the millionth time. Julian says, "I'd rather be in Amsterdam right now." Hollywood and Amsterdam probably not that different, actually. I mean, they both have the same, I guess, legal treats, if you want to call it that. So let me pull up this thing on, where are we at here? Okay. There we go. So, ClickFunnels plus e-commerce, right? ClickFunnels plus e-commerce, and like I said, I've seen literally probably 30 different countries listed here in terms of where you guys have been watching from. Anyone in any of those countries can do ClickFunnels plus e-commerce, right? There is basically no requirement in terms of touching product, sourcing product, right? This isn't something about going and buying inventory and sending it to Amazon or anything like that, right? This is this drop shipping and or print on demand, which in my opinion are by far the best e-commerce models that have really ever been around. I mean, they're definitely the best that are out there right now, and I think it would be challenging to find anything else that can really compare to print on demand. And if you guys don't know what print on demand is, if you guys don't know what drop shipping is, take a look at any of my free trainings. Go to my YouTube, stay in the group. I'm sure you've seen at this point any of my free trainings. I'll share some of the links later on for sure. But it's the whole basis of the e-commerce model on Shopify. And I'm going to show you how ClickFunnels is a little bit different, right? It complements Shopify. It's not going to replace Shopify. It complements Shopify, and the idea that you're going to have both in a successful e-commerce business, and they're both going to serve totally different purposes. Okay, so that's the exciting part about ClickFunnels. It's going to do things that Shopify can't. Don't get me wrong. Shopify, just in terms of e-commerce, straight up against ClickFunnels, Shopify is obviously better. You know, there's no doubt about it. ClickFunnels wasn't made to be a Shopify competitor. But what Shopify does so well is create an environment for a really high conversion rate, whether that's lead generation, selling digital products, selling physical products, it doesn't matter, right? And that's what we're going to be taking advantage of. The high conversion rate, the funneling, the upsell, downsell funnels, right? Everything that kind of, you see all these apps trying to mimic on Shopify, but they're just limited in the fact that Shopify wasn't built for that, right? Shopify is your traditional shopping cart, right? And that's totally necessary for a big e-commerce brand. And I think it's more necessary than ClickFunnels, but I'm going to show you here how ClickFunnels is a huge tool in your arsenal, right? You could start with it, you could do your testing with it, you could obviously scale with it, right? I'm going to show you all these different things. So I see some questions. Definitely, guys, I want this to be as interactive as possible, so feel free to ask questions. I'll probably, if the questions aren't like super relevant to the thing that I'm talking about right now, for sure come back to them at the end, and make sure that we also do a little Q&A at the end. So with that being said, I really want to kind of jump right into it right now. Is there supposed to be video also? Yes, Ethan, definitely. There's definitely supposed to be video. So if you're not seeing the video on screen, or basically just my slideshow right now, then you should restart this webinar and come back in. And by the way, there's going to be a replay sent out to everyone. I'm going to be going over in the second half of this webinar, literally step by step over the shoulder of setting up my free funnel, the funnel that I'm giving you guys, the link that was on the screen beforehand. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. You can take notes, and you will get the recording as well. Okay, so ClickFunnels and e-commerce. All right, here's some interesting things about why you should be excited right now. Right, first of all, this is going to be the simplest e-commerce system of all time. Right, I think that it's very, very easy to kind of understand e-commerce in general. Right, we're talking about something that you interact with probably once a week, if not more. Right, you're probably on Amazon at least multiple, 3-4 times a week, if not a day. Right, you're just on Amazon all the time. Right, you understand the basis of e-commerce. You understand the, it's basically just consumer, business to consumer, right? B2C. E-commerce is, barely even, considered any different than commerce now. It's obviously the majority. It's a $21 trillion market, right? And ClickFunnels and e-commerce is inherently the simplest e-commerce system that is out there, right? A couple of reasons why. First of all, the way that I do it, I've devised this system to make it as simple as possible. But second of all, ClickFunnels wasn't built to be this fully functional, super shiny e-commerce shopping cart system, right? As you notice, there's really no shopping cart. Right? On ClickFunnels, it's not going to be a shopping cart. It's going to be direct, basically minimal clicks, sometimes 1 to 2 clicks total, to get through a whole upsell and checkout cycle. We're talking about one-page checkouts. We're talking about one-click upsell, one-click downsell. Right? We're talking about maybe 5 pages total that the customer would see, and they could have already purchased 4 different products. It's all about high conversion. Right? It's actually about taking the things that work for things like digital products and lead generation and opt-ins. Right? Taking that idea but applying it to physical products. And again, ClickFunnels is so huge right now. It's so powerful right now because they do it better than anyone else in terms of creating that environment for high conversion. Okay? So inherently, it's the simplest system out there because there's not going to be all these extra things. There's not a huge app library. There's not a shopping cart and a initiate checkout page and a enter your address page and select the shipping page. It's all on one page, right? And that's because we have full control over what happens inside of ClickFunnels. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to say this over and over. This is not going to replace Shopify, right? Definitely not going to replace Shopify. Okay, but it's super, super powerful in conjunction with your Shopify store. Okay, so another reason why you should be excited. I mean, I'm giving you literally a done-for-you, proven, high-converting funnel template. The exact template that I use, right? The exact funnel. It's got 2 upsells. It's actually got a bump upsell. I'll show you the entire step through. There's only 5 pages on it. You could have any product featured on there. I'll show you how you can even make it work with print on demand or even with Oberlo through Shopify. And those are going to be things that people who are already inside of Shopify are definitely really leveraging heavily. Right? In fact, if you were to think about doing an e-commerce business without print on demand and you want to do t-shirts, it doesn't seem too attractive at all. Right? The print on demand is such a huge aspect of it. The automation of it is so big, and that's why we need to have as many parts of this automated as possible. With print on demand, given that ClickFunnels is still kind of early on in the stages of integrating into this space, there really aren't that many amazing options. I'm going to walk through the options later, but keep in mind that there are some things that we're going to be giving up in order to bring over our print-on-demand products or even our dropship products with automation into ClickFunnels. What we're getting on the flip side is obviously, again, the most important thing, the super simple, straightforward way to get very high conversions. Okay. Jasdeep says, do you have to have a specific niche, or can you have multiple niches using ClickFunnels? It's a great question, and actually I have, later on in this presentation, I actually specifically say this is a great answer to those who say, I don't want to build a niche store every single week, right? People want to test on a general Shopify store, not a huge fan of it, right? Not a huge fan of that, right? This is going to be your quick way to test niches, right? People say, I understand how to test product in a niche, but how do I test niches? Well, I think in Shopify, the best answer is you need to create a different niche store. And it's super easy to create stores in Shopify. I mean, you could do a custom store in less than a day easily, right? But some people don't want to do that. Some people want to have a general store. I don't believe that there's a big benefit of having a general store on Shopify. Again, Shopify is your main storefront, your main brand. But with ClickFunnels, because it's so easy, right? Literally, I mean, you just click that, that link that I shared earlier, right? I'm going to go ahead and do it myself. I'm going to click on it later. You're going to see it just installs the funnel for you, and then you start customizing it with the product and the information. So, in essence, you have a blank canvas every single time that is already primed for high conversion. So, you're able to test tons of different. The whole idea of ClickFunnels, really, to me, the huge benefit of it is I'm able to move a lot quicker. I'm able to test a lot quicker, and I'm able to make my investments in my Shopify stores, my main strategy. They're going to turn out to be a lot more positive more often because I'm getting a lot of test data from ClickFunnels, right? I mean, that's like the 60-second answer of why this webinar is even on, right? That's the whole idea, right? And we're talking about really great results in terms of, just yesterday hitting $3,000 in sales, hitting 44,000. These are single product sales, or not single product, but single product funnels, right? They have upsells for sure, right? And average order values between 10, or not 10 on this screen. I have another screenshot of a free plus shipping one, where between $20 and $40 are typical drop ship or print-on-demand pricing, right? This is the same type of thing that you're going to be finding on your Shopify stores once you find a winning product, right? It's not that we're going to do only one, right? We're definitely going to bring these products in. These products are already over onto Shopify, right? But what we want to be doing is we want to be bringing over products into Shopify. We want to be building Shopify stores where we already have a good sense that the stores are going to work, right? And guys, I see a couple more comments about not having a screen or not seeing my screen. Just you got to reload this thing, reload the Demio webinar. I think obviously you need to be using Google Chrome for this, right? But I mean, and think of it this way also. You know, if you were to see a $3,000 a day screenshot on Shopify, it's great, right? But it's not unheard of at all, right? The reason why that that I think that people haven't really done this. It's not because it doesn't work. It's not because one is better than the other. I think that this is super early on in terms of what ClickFunnels is made for. ClickFunnels definitely was built for lead generation, opt-in, digital products. I'm not going to even be come close to saying I'm the first to be doing this. I'm not. In fact, I've adapted my funnels off of seeing other physical product funnels for sure. Right? But I don't think that we're anywhere near the kind of tipping point to where Shopify is. And again, Shopify is my main focus in my business. Not saying anything negative about it at all. I want to use both of these, but I think we're in a really exciting part of ClickFunnels right now for the e-commerce space. So a lot is kind of moving, and again, I'm going to be giving you the exact funnel that you'll see it. Like, we'll go into my ClickFunnels account, you'll see my funnel, and you'll be able to add it. We'll just I'll make a new account just for this webinar, and we'll go ahead and add it, and then add a product to it, and to show you how super easy it is. So it's going to be 100% free. I'll give you the link. You guys probably already saw the link earlier, right? Michael says, if you do have a niche and want to build a brand, would ClickFunnels devalue the work on your brand? No shot at all. I don't see how it could devalue it. In fact, if you already have a brand, right? If you already have a product, definitely scaling your winning products through ClickFunnels using a different scenario, basically a different funnel, right? A different setup. Instead of your typical Shopify funnel, right? You could just call your typical store still a funnel, right? You have a product page, then you have your cart page, and then you have your checkout page, right? You put people through it in a different level. Khalil says, I get it, you don't hate Shopify. I want to make it super clear I love Shopify. I want to definitely maintain my association as the Shopify guy. I'll be also the ClickFunnels guy potentially, but you get the point. Les says, what does ClickFunnels cost? It's $97 a month for the plan that I use. I have a couple of plans. There are a couple plans out there. I think there's like a middle tier plan that's kind of hidden, and then there's like a $297 tier plan. I think for sure the $97 plan is great for people doing e-commerce, especially if you're already doing Shopify and you already have other things set up, right? You don't really necessarily need the full package for ClickFunnels. I found that I just don't, because I already have a lot of different things active. For example, whole email marketing setup already with my other business in terms of the Shopify side. Okay, so Perry asked a great question, and I want to definitely not go too far off base here, but this is a great question that he asked, and I think that this is really the thing that a lot of people should be asking as well. If ClickFunnels converts higher than regular Shopify product pages, why wouldn't we just drive all of our traffic to ClickFunnels, right? And it's a very fair question to ask, right? First of all, we're not going to be cannibalizing our own customers if we were to send them to do two different places. In fact, it's just an effective way to do split testing. But there's definitely going to be different outcomes, and I would definitely say different average order values on both of the sites, right? There's also a completely different sense of branding, and if you've been listening to anything that I've been talking about in my other trainings, you know that I'm 100% for niche sites, right? The ability to have a niche site creates that extra environment, that extra feel, where the customer gets there and they're like, you know what, these guys are just like me, or these girls are just like me. They love dolphins, or they love cats, and there's a cat logo and 30 different cat products and a cat theme and cat banners and et cetera, right? That's super powerful. You need that to build a big, lasting company. Right, with ClickFunnels, though, we're going to be basically in and out. We're going to be sending traffic. We're going to be having a completely different feel of the customer when they come in there. There's going to be branding for sure. You'll see how we can integrate colors and a logo or even a text logo inside the funnel that I use, but it's way less about the branding. Right, so you're going to find that some people will respond better to ClickFunnels. Some people will respond better to Shopify. So Perry, that's the $1 million, or one of the. There's a couple $1 million questions right now. That's definitely one of them, right? But it's basically the idea of, I consider ClickFunnels, once you figure out a product is going to work, ClickFunnels is just a form of scaling it as well, because again, it's going to give you a different conversion rate, a different average order value, a different set of decision making when it comes to looking at that product from the consumer's eyes, right? Sue says, what are the upsells on ClickFunnels? In terms of them like charging you something for an upsell, I don't think there are any. There's none that I've done. You don't have to buy anything at all. In terms of the upsells, the functionality in ClickFunnels, it's super important, and I'll show you that later on. Okay. So let's go back into here. This exact funnel setup, right? A couple different things about it. First of all, and this should be refreshing to most people, it's incredibly easy to use, right? It's incredibly easy to use. You could make money day one. You could also definitely make money day one on Shopify, right? But you can make money day one. You could potentially make money hour one, because you know, as long as you have the right product, right? And that's I'll talk about that in a second as well. But you can definitely make money day one. You could fit this into any niche or any product, right? Any physical product will work in this setup. I mean, you'll see how. I mean, literally, it's just a high converting template where it literally says put your product photos here, and you put your product photos there. I mean, it's laughably simple. And this exact funnel has generated over 6 figures per month for my ecom business. Okay, so not only is it easy, not only is it going to work for any niche, it's proven, and also it's free, so you guys can just take it. Adrian says, is Samcart integration essential? I don't think so. I don't use Samcart at all, and I've been doing fine. So you're going to learn exactly how I did all this, how I got these results, and you're going to be able to download my exact funnel. It's going to be 100% free, right? And this is how the whole thing works, right? I really want to, and I'm going to talk about misconceptions as well. This is how the entire business works. We're going to keep it super simple. And when I say the entire business, I'm talking about ClickFunnels right now. Chris, I love you too. See the comments in there. I'm getting a lot of love from Chris. Appreciate it. So we're going to keep everything simple, right? Super simple, okay? We are going to focus on matching up a product to the right customer. And I've said that 15 million times when it comes to the Shopify business, because that's just e-commerce in general, right? That's just marketing. That's just selling a product, right? You need to match the right product up with the right customer. Okay, we're going to keep it simple by the fact is we're going to have this really proven high converting template that has some sections that we need to fill in. We only have 1 or 2 places to get the information. We're going to get it, we're going to put it in there, we're going to run the test, and we're going to read the data from there. Right? We're going to literally just find a drop shipping or a print on demand product. Right? I'm going to show you a drop ship product tonight. Or we're going to add it, we're going to add a great product to the funnel. We're going to add very congruent upsells and or downsells. Right? What does congruent mean? It means super similar. Right, that means that if you're going to go and sell a cat beach towel, then maybe you should upsell a cat beach umbrella. But you probably shouldn't upsell a bag of cat litter. Right? I mean, sure, it's in the same niche, but it's not congruent. Right? You want to find products that match. Right? How about something like you want to sell a phone case? Great. Why don't you also sell like a phone case charm? Right, something that is like congruent, something that is like obvious, right? If you have this product, then you probably also want this product. Not that, the upsell idea, like why it's so powerful, the more specific you get, the more powerful it is, right? You could do a very general upsell. Sometimes it's not going to be very congruent items, but in an ideal business here, right? And a perfect one for solely print-on-demand businesses, you sell a print-on-demand t-shirt, you upsell the hat. And that's a very typical upsell in ClickFunnels for print-on-demand, because with variant-based upselling, with upselling, there's no variance, right? So anything that has like a small, medium, large, extra large, right? Anything that has different colors, right? You can't upsell that and keep the automation. Okay, because remember, we want to keep as much automation as possible. We also want to keep one-click upsells intact. So again, I said it from the start, there are some limitations right now, but it's still working incredibly well. Right, so after we add that congruent upsell, we're simply going to run our $5 a day, $5 a day, 5 days Facebook ads. My same strategy, same advertising strategy that I use for Shopify, right? Everything is very similar here when it comes to the marketing, right? We're basically split testing a different way to convert a customer. So we're only going to spend $25 per test. I definitely prefer the print-on-demand model, but a huge advantage for drop shipping is that you're in and out for $25. You have no product cost, right? You don't have to get the thing designed. So at only $25, I could literally, if we spent an hour from here till the next 60 minutes, we could probably add and set up 10 different products with the ads, with the targeting, have them running, and that's only a $250 total investment to test 10 different products with upsells, with downsells. That's ad spend and everything, right? So talk about simple. Not only is it simple, it's super cheap and cost effective, and that goes along with my whole ideology of running a business. Lean startup method, right? Get in, get out, super quick, run, go live, get feedback. Don't wait for things to be perfect, right? And that's what is exactly happening here. We could literally launch 10 products in an hour, right? And that is definitely an advantage over Shopify, just because if you want to be testing a variety of niches, in my opinion, the best way to do that on Shopify is having that niche environment. Okay, so of course, then you're going to be just cutting and scaling after your ad results. You're going to be rinsing and repeating after that. So the way it looks is you find a product, You add it to the funnel, you run $25 of it, you look at the ad stats, and a couple different things are going to happen. It's either not going to make you any money, right? You're going to cut the ad and move on. It's going to kind of be in between. Maybe it sold 1 or 2, or maybe it got a lot of clicks, or maybe it got a ton of engagement and you decide to test it again in a different way. Or it's going to be a winner, right? Or it's going to be a winner and you just move forward with scaling it, right? And scaling, again, means trying different ways of making the conversion, which also means bringing that product over to Shopify, right? It also probably means if you're making a lot, it's now worth your time and investment to go ahead and open a really nice Shopify niche store in that niche, knowing you already have a winning product to open with, right? Think about this. If you knew that you could open your Shopify store, every Shopify store you open with, you'll be able to open with a product that you know is a winner, right? Give me a 4 in the chat box if you would open a new Shopify store every week if that was the case. If you knew every store you could open up had a winner in it, right? Every single week you want to start a new store in Shopify, and you get the advantage of knowing which product has already had success. And not only that, which products had not. I mean, it's invaluable information, right? I see a 15 million 4s in the chat box. I mean, literally, that's the, there's a couple challenging things in the e-commerce business. Making the first sale, identifying where the buyers are, and then scaling. Well, if you've already been able to identify where the buyers are, where the products are, actually, I mean, just saying that out loud, I'm really not even stressing the 2 benefits of it. Not only are you going to be able to open with a winning product, but you're also going to know what Facebook ad targeting and what other marketing methods that have driven you those sales. You're going to know that as well, right? So I mean, talk about setting yourself up for success, right? It's super simple, but there's huge rewards here. Obviously, you can make a lot of money and set yourself up for huge amounts of success with your Shopify store. So Chris says, basically just test with ClickFunnels and then do design your store around that. That's definitely a great strategy. Absolutely. It's one of the strategies I'm using right now. Senez basically says the same things. He says, so you're saying to test with ClickFunnels. Usually people say to move to ClickFunnels only after they found a winner. Senez, I think you should do both, but I would bet that for most people, it's more relevant and important for you guys to figure out where to test with. I mean, we'd all love to already be making 7 figures and then scale into it, which everyone should. You make 7 figures on Shopify, you have winning products, scale them into ClickFunnels, but why not go reverse? Right, the whole benefit is I could test so many products so quickly and so easily. So you could literally make 6 or 7 figures selling products that you'll never touch, right? I mean, that's not anything surprising, right? You've already heard that with print on demand or with drop shipping automation on Shopify. And you could do all this just by using my ecom funnel. You're gonna get it for free. And it really just takes one. And in fact, that's my fancy, groundbreaking name for my ClickFunnels funnel system. Just takes one. And I don't know why I like it so much, but I just really think it's so perfect for the idea that it really just takes one winning product, one $25 test, one way to identify a product that just people are going to go crazy for you to build an entire business, right? And I want you to think of it this way. Get outside the lens of e-commerce right now. Think about a movie star or an athlete or a celebrity, right? How do they get their power? How did they get their reach or their stardom or their money or whatever, right? How did LeBron James get his big contract, right? How did Justin Bieber become such a huge viral star, right? It just takes one big breakthrough, one big performance, one big release, right? And in the background, there's without a doubt some of the things that you guys are saying in the chat box: practice, consistency, right? Persistence, skill, investing in yourself. Those are all definitely true, right? Those are the things where they say, it's like when you break through, like the iceberg is just the tip of it, you don't see all the hard work beneath. It's very true, right? But it just takes one. It takes one winning product to completely dominate the e-commerce business. It takes one winning product to generate 6 or 7 figures, right? And really, I think that's just a huge, huge, huge thing to get excited about. It just takes one. If you've never had a winner, if you've never made $1 online, you could potentially find your winning product tomorrow. You could find a product that you could be scaling for weeks, or if not months, doing 6, maybe 7 figures, or at least bringing you onto a store or a niche that you know that you could reach buyers on, right? And basically, the same thing happens every single day with people who are hitting their first winner, or their 10th winner, or their 100th winner. It doesn't matter. It just takes that one product. Right? It takes that one product. Where I'm not asking you to go and open up a warehouse, hire 25 employees, invent products, get patents, do the manufacturing process, get prototypes, figure out how to ship them, price them effectively. No. I'm saying go and take a product that's already out there, or go get a print-on-demand product designed. Two of the most easy to start, low cost of entry business models and very lucrative business models that are out there, right? Business models that, you know, you see literally hundreds of people succeeding in. Right, talking about my T-shirt bootcamp program, close to 400 student testimonials and success stories. I mean, it's a business that is definitely working, right? Super low investment. What I'm saying is it only takes one of those products to basically jumpstart your entire business. Right? Literally to jumpstart the entire business, it just takes one. Right? And I think, you know, whatever you think about the name, I want you to understand that it's very, very, very plausible. Right? I don't need to flash huge screenshots in front of you for everyone to know. You know, it's not just me who's doing it. It could be, like I said, it could be you tomorrow. It could be someone else in this webinar. Yesterday, someone found a big product. I'm sure times 10, right? I mean, who knows? Every single day, it's happening. Right? Now, how do you find the products? There are definitely ways, obviously, to increase your success at that, right? And not every product is going to be successful, right? Not every product is going to be successful. Let me move back here a little bit. So, misconceptions about the business, right? I think this is a big, a really important slide right now. And this is following the idea of that it just takes one. Okay. First of all, no one can ever tell you what product will sell. Okay. So it just takes one product. It really just does. But I don't know what that product is. You don't know what it is right now either. We could do 10 hours of product research. We might think that we know what it is, but we don't know. The only way that we're going to know what a winning product is by testing it. Right? You want to do a 40-page business plan and do 30 hours of product research a week and give me a great presentation about all these great products. I'll say, guess what? Doesn't matter until you test them. No product is a winner. No product is that one until you start testing it. So the whole idea here is that we want to be testing ASAP, right? But you could definitely increase your chances of finding a winner, right? If you want to find that one product, right? This is how you increase your chances of doing it. You live inside the niche, right? You eat, sleep, and breathe the niche, right? You have to understand what intrigues people in the niche. The whole idea, especially when we're doing Facebook advertising, which is obviously the focus of our marketing here, we want to be able to understand what is going to stop people when they scroll in the newsfeed. We want to be able to create products or source products or get products designed that have an intrigue factor. Right? Because all we can ask for at this point is someone's attention. Right? We're going to do a great job of targeting, where we're going to match up a product to the very direct, targeted, laser-targeted audience. But we need to understand that the ad, or what the product in the ad, will have that intrigue factor. And the quickest way to do that is just to spend some time inside the niche. You have to develop an understanding of what's going on in the niche. And you can do that pretty easily on social media. Right? Luckily, we have them all right around us. Another thing, if you guys typically see, let's see, here, give me, I see a couple comments here. Give me a 2 in the chat box if you can see the screen right now. With, it says misconceptions about this business. All right, if you guys are having issues only hearing audio, just do a little reload here. Cool. So, another way to increase your chances of finding a winner, 24/7 product research mode. Right? From the second that you decide to enter into the e-commerce business, you're now in 24/7 product research mode. Okay, literally every single thing, every product, every store, every person wearing a t-shirt, every item that people are sharing online, everything you see on TV, whatever, in the lens of product research. How can you apply that to your business? Why is that product successful? Why is that product intriguing? When you get into that 24/7 product research mode, you'll be able to quickly increase your skill of being able to find intriguing products. Okay? I'm very good at finding intriguing products. Does that mean that every product I launch is going to sell? Absolutely not. Right? Absolutely no chance. No. Right? And that's not the case. Not going to happen. That's a huge misconception. Right? But what will happen is that you're going to get good at understanding how to get in and out of products very quickly. Right? The products that don't work, you're going to be able to tell at only $25 spent. Right? So you need to see over here, number 3, never get attached to your products. The only good product is one that has already made you money. You're going to have to master the skill. You get in and out of products. You find a winner and you scale it, or you just move on. Right? That's it. I see a comment roll says, my eyes are always scanning people's t-shirts. I'm hoping they don't think I'm staring at them. That's funny. I feel the same way. And I'm sure that they definitely think that you are staring at them, and it's totally fine because it's for business, and that's great. So, but really, I mean, it's something like, I remember a couple of years ago, I went to like Universal Studios. It was like heaven for watching different t-shirts, right? Because everyone was wearing their crazy, fan t-shirts, like Harry Potter t-shirts, or whatever else was over there. So, but definitely, I mean, that's how you should be in everything, right? And especially when you get other ads, like if you're thinking about selling products in the cat niche or the dog niche, you better like every single fan page that you find about those interests in the niche, so you can get targeted with other products as well. And I'm not saying you need to copy people's products, but you see a product that has 100,000 likes on it, then you know that that is something that has a great deal of intrigue in the niche. Okay. So, again, I put that here, but it just takes one winning product, right? One winning product can literally do all of these things, right? One winning product can generate 6 or 7 figures of revenue, right? One winning product can build an email list that will make you money for the next 10 years. One winning product can mature your Facebook pixel so it performs 10 times better next time. One winning product can improve your niche. It can help you understand where your buyers are. I mean, you get the point here. One winning product literally can change your entire life. One winning product could set this entire business on fire, right? One winning product, 5 figures, 6 figures. Some products have sold, individually products, 7 figures. You see people that have big months in any business, Shopify or e-commerce, whatever. And if you were to see their report or ask them about it, they're going to tell you it's the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of your revenue is going to come from 20% of your products. Basically, you're going to find only a handful of products that are going to make you all of your money, right? And if you've been paying attention to everything, this is all theming back into one general strategy then. You need to launch as many products as you possibly can, right? You need to launch as many products as you can. If we're talking about $25 per test for a product, but we're talking about an upside of 5 or 6, or in some very rare cases, 7 figures for one product, right? Those sound like great odds to me. I don't care if it takes you 10, 15, 20, 25 products to find a winner. The numbers make sense, right? The numbers definitely make sense. So the perfect e-commerce system is just basically going to be set up for you to find that one, right? And that again is what my ClickFunnels e-com system is all about. It just takes one. It's about finding a product, finding something that has intrigue, putting it into a high converting funnel and testing it ASAP. It works great. We're going to go and implement the strategy of what to do when it works, right? One of those things is going into Shopify. If it doesn't work, you ditch it. And all you lost was your time and $25 ad spend, and if it was a print-on-demand product, the design cost, right? That's a massive advantage that many other businesses don't have. And this is really goes in line with the lean startup methodology, right? The lean startup methodology, or the lean startup, it's a book by Eric Ries. Should definitely check it out. The idea here is basically say go live ASAP, get customer feedback, right? So that means get a product live ASAP. Don't wonder if this is a winning product. Find out right now, right? Get customer feedback. Go and actually do Facebook ads, right? Do your Facebook ads and look at the data. That's the feedback from your customers. If they're clicking, if they're buying, well, what does that mean about the feedback? It means it's positive feedback, and that's great. If it's negative feedback, cut your losses and go on to the next product. Don't wait for things to be perfect, because guess what? They're never going to be. You got to just move as fast as possible. Money loves speed. You're not going to miss a winner. The idea is to run into a winner. You're not going to miss a product that is in huge demand. You're not going to miss a product where you're getting very positive customer feedback. You need to test a lot. You need to never get attached to any products. You need to only get attached to data and sales. And again, this works so well because it answers the very common question: how do I test niches if I don't want to build an entire Shopify store? Right? So this is basically a direct application of the lean startup methodology in the e-commerce space. And the lean startup methodology is responsible for pretty much every single huge billion-dollar startup. Okay, I mean, my Shopify store and e-commerce business is not going to turn into a billion-dollar business, but I'm just saying that this idea, right, this methodology is embraced by pretty much every big startup. It's the idea that you move fast, right, fail quick, scale quicker. Right, you want to just be moving as quickly as possible, and you want to be testing things as quickly as possible. And for those looking for that book title, it's The Lean Startup by Eric Ries, or Rice. It's R-I-E-S. It's been around for a while now. So again, let's just break it down into very 3 easy to digest steps applying to e-commerce. If you want to do lean startup methodology, launch a lot of products, do it consistently, fail fast, and scale faster. Okay, very specifically, point 3 means when you get to $25, right, you're done with the product, right? You're getting there fast. It's only $25. If you get to $25 and you're doing well, you're going to be spending a lot more. You're going to be scaling fast. You're going to be moving very fast, and that's the progression of the strategy going into a scaling strategy. That's the whole idea here, though. We need to get into the products that are not going to sell us 1 or 2. They're not going to go and sell 0 over 25. They're going to be the ones that sell 5, 10, 15 products over $25, the ones you can't scale quick enough. That's what we're looking for, right? That's what's going to make you all the money. That's what's going to be that one product that's going to build your business. Okay. So really specifically, this is the 4-step system that is going to accompany the Just Takes One free funnel, right? Product research. You find an intriguing product that will make people stop, right? Again, we're advertising on Facebook predominantly. We need people to stop as they scroll through the newsfeed, right? Your number one job for product research, you can't answer the question, is this product going to sell $10,000? Is this product popular? Is this product definitely going to sell? You can answer the question, is this product intriguing for my niche? So that's the thing that you need to focus on for number one. Again, a misconception is that you're going to be able to prove, and before any ads, just by research, that you're going to be able to find a winning product. That doesn't exist by definition. A winning product is only one that makes you sales. So find an intriguing product that's going to make people stop on the newsfeed, number one. Okay. Number 2, Facebook ads targeting research. Okay, we have the product, we already have the funnel, so it's like we already, we basically have the destination for our customers. We now need to do the marketing. So we need to do Facebook ads targeting research. Once you have the product, you need to make sure that there's a big enough audience to target. You need to understand how to break down the targeting. You need to understand how to run your ad tests. Okay. Number 3, implement the Just Takes One funnel. Okay, it's literally done for you. Just add your product. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in a little bit. Okay. Number 4, run a Facebook ad test. $5 a day, 5 days. This is going to get you actionable data to understand if the product will win or not. Okay. I see every single day people posting in my group, I spent $1.37 and I didn't make any sales. What's wrong with my ad? You need to spend $25. Okay. The reason why $25 works, it's budget and it's also time optimization. Right? You're giving both for the Facebook algorithm. Okay. Another reason that I'm doing $25, and I've already seen a couple of questions in the chat tonight. Can you stop it at 3.5 days? Can you stop it at 4 3/4 days? Let every ad run to $25. Why is that? Well, you want to be able to compare these ads apples to apples, right? There's very specific metrics and milestones and thresholds that I'm looking for in order to make decisions on the ads. If you have one that spent $18, you have one that spent $24, you have one that spent $27, these are not equally comparable ads. Okay, $25 a day, $25 spread out over 5 days for all your ads, period. All right, that's going to give you enough information to be able to figure out what to do next. Okay, cut, scale, one of the middling decisions where you'd have to give it another try, etc. Okay. So next, it just takes one funnel and system. Right, it works very well. Right, I'm just very excited about it. Right, it's been working very well. I'll show you a couple more. Showed you this one already. Right, 45,000. This is a free plus shipping funnel. Right, this is actually just done last week, or I made a change to it last week. But $14 average cart value, it's not a lot, right? Because we're not going to ever get huge average. We're not going to get like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 products added to cart. It's not going to happen, right? But we can definitely do a lot from the data that we're pulling out of here. This is an older screenshot, but you see 17% conversion rate. This is on one of my first funnels that I had on ClickFunnels, their old interface. But 17% conversion rate. I mean, if you have any experience inside of Shopify, it's insane. 17%. I mean, if I had 17% conversion rate on any of my Shopify stores, I'd be like a trillionaire. I mean, that would be a ridiculous conversion rate to get on them, right? And of course, this is just for one winning product. You will find on Shopify winning products can get 10% conversion rate. Right? You could see that, right? But for an entire funnel to be at 17% conversion rate, this was some really great traffic. It did not scale at 17% because again, I would have made a ridiculous amount of money. But you see that it can work extremely well. So again, this is my screenshot from yesterday that I just updated on a dropship product that is costing me less than $10 on AliExpress. Okay, I got an upsell in there as well. But you're going to be able to get literally the exact funnel, and I'm going to start. I'm going to go ahead and implement it right now over the shoulder. We'll do the actual setup right now of the funnel. You guys can get it through one, spell it out, one.justinciner.com. hopefully you see the link on your screen right now. And we're going to go over the actual funnel setup. And again, you'll get a recording of this. You can go back and actually use the link here and the video as kind of step-by-step instruction to go in there. And I mean, literally, like, you can take a product and just plug it right into this this funnel. It's that easy. So let's go ahead and actually go over the shoulder. I'll bring up my ClickFunnels account, and I'll show you what would happen if you were to click on the link. So I'll just bring over it incognito, so I'm not logged into my other one. All right, one.justinsenior.com is going to redirect you over into ClickFunnels. If you're not logged in, I forgot that I'm already logged in over here on my new one that I created this morning just for this presentation to show you how you would get it. So you would have a brand new account that would look like this, probably, if you just took my funnel. It's going to say this, just takes one. And basically what you're going to see is all these pages in here created for you. Right? This is the ClickFunnels interface. They have great video training in here. You do obviously have to have a ClickFunnels account in order for you to accept the share funnel. Right? So you get this funnel once you, if you click on the link, it gives you an option to do a 14-day free trial. Go ahead and pick that up, and then you go and get these different pages. I'm going to update this in a little bit, but there are some instructions in here. No point of reading that right now because I'm going to go over them together. But this is my entire setup right here. Okay, this is the entire setup, and I'm going to show you one that I built earlier this morning as a brand new account for a cat product that fits pretty nicely into this funnel. I'm going to show you all the different steps of the funnel right now, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about in terms of the the simplest system that is possible for there. There are literally just templates in here where you're going to want to go through the template and enter in the information. Right? It's as simple as that. You just need to enter in the information in the template. Okay? So this is what the template looks like. Okay? A couple different things to call attention to. And first of all, everything is editable on this page. This is definitely designed for mobile first. If we were to shrink this window down, right, we would be seeing, and I'll just do it real quick. I'll show you what it's going to look like on mobile. This has been designed for mobile first. I'm seeing about 85% of my monthly traffic be mobile. Okay? So this is what they're seeing on here. Okay? Now, first thing you should see right off the bat. Okay, if you're a Shopify person, you're thinking a countdown timer or an app. Okay, obviously directly built in. If you don't know about ClickFunnels, there's tons of things that are just built in. Countdown clock, for example, is just built in. Okay, so I have a section up here for free shipping. You don't want to do free shipping, and in fact, if you don't want any section at all, you just delete the section. And I'm going to show you. We'll do the step by step after I walk you through this. Okay, we have a section for a logo and/or a text header. Right? Maybe you don't have a logo. Maybe you didn't want to create a logo, you're moving that fast, you're just going to go with the text logo. This will also go and allow you to implement the text logo right in the section, or you just upload your image. Okay. Obviously, you're putting your product title, you're putting your product price. Okay. You got your green conversion colors matching on the buttons, you have your trust icons, again, built in. Trust icons, built in countdown timer, just part of ClickFunnels. Okay. So it's already built in. Okay, you got your viral description box here. You have more here, right? You could delete both. You can delete one, you can delete whatever you want, right? You have total flexibility over here. Then we have a little conversion booster here with the reviews. Okay, then these are all different editable sections. Okay, you got your satisfaction guaranteed. You can edit this to be how you want, or you can just keep it as is. You got a 30-day refund. Product reviews built in, right? So how do you pull product reviews? Very easy, especially with AliExpress products. All you need to do is go and find the actual reviews. It's right inside of AliExpress, and I'll show you that in the next step. So we have this fully integrated, ready to go. Okay. Free shipping today, again, this continuation here, countdown clock, free shipping. All the countdown timers are built into Shopify, so they all kind of correspond. Scroll down here, more product photos, obviously just built in, taking them right from AliExpress, right? We have our button, we have our trust icons again. We have this is perfect for you if, right? Customizable here in terms of the text, talking about personalization of the message directly to our target. We know that we're targeting, in this specific instance, obviously we're going to be targeting people that love their cat. So we're obviously directing the language to be specific to them, very, very specific to them. And again, you don't want this section, you just simply delete it. Okay, customer submitted photos, otherwise known as user-generated content, or UGC, incredibly powerful right now. Again, incredibly easy to get as well, because on AliExpress, when I went to find this product, I just looked at the reviews, and there were plenty of images sent in by the customer. So you have built-in UGC immediately. Okay, you got your, obviously, your important required pages down here, in terms of your privacy policy, return policy, terms of service, and that's the page, right? If anyone thinks that this is rocket science, I'll be the first to tell you it's not. Very, very simple, very, very straightforward page. It's all about conversion. that's the first thing I mentioned about ClickFunnels. They're all about high conversion. Okay, if we were to click buy now, we could actually go on to the next step here. Okay, you got a one-page checkout. Okay, one-page checkout, everything on this page. You got obviously your secure checkout up here. Added this in, a 10-minute countdown clock for urgency, right? Now, between you and me and everyone else using this, obviously nothing happens at the end of 10 minutes, right? Just a little urgency countdown timer thing to boost conversion. Now, if you notice on the page here, we basically have 3 different pages of Shopify checkout condensed onto one. We have obviously our contact information, we have the billing information, and then we have a very customized page here that looks totally different than your just generic shopping cart here. We actually have the picture of the product, and then we have different quantity selectors. Okay, this is probably something that might look different to you guys if you're just used to Shopify, right? Again, this is not a e-commerce platform for physical products in terms of the built-in core functionality like Shopify has, right? So this is a little different, right? I'll show you how to set this up in the back end, right? So instead of having a quantity selector, you're basically selecting or pre-entering the different variants here. Okay. So one-page checkout, you got your credit card on here. Again, carried over your money-back guarantee, your secure payment, basically your trust icons. Your trust icon over here with your matching green button, right? So this is all basically integrated now in terms of a one-page checkout. Okay. Very powerful, right? Very, very powerful here. Now let me bring over the upsells. Okay. And just alone, like just in itself, right, that 2-page checkout or that 2-page funnel, right, you got your landing page with the product and you have the checkout page. That's a super high converting setup right there. It's only 2 pages, right? It's only 2 pages. Okay, so after you press this, let me go back just so we can be clear about it. After you go over here, 1-page checkout, press send me my order now, right? That confirms this order. Okay, but this is now what you're going to see about true one-click upselling. Okay, and again, there are a lot of funnel apps for Shopify, and they do the best with what they can. It's not their fault that they can't do the most important thing, and that is the true one-click upsell. Okay, the customer entered their credit card information, right? Let's just say they bought one. Okay, 25 bucks. Okay, yes, send me my order. Okay, what happens next is they see the upsell page. Okay, so if you're used to upselling on Shopify, the upsell is typically before they check out, right? And it's obviously upselling is powerful in either way, but this is way more powerful. They've already made a decision to purchase the product. Their order is confirmed, right? This order right here, $24.99, is confirmed. Their credit card information is already saved. This is now a true one-click upsell. Okay, this is called an upsell bump, where we're adding more of the same product. There's going to be 2 upsells on here. The first one's a bump to basically increase the quantity. We're giving them a 25% discount for them to buy one more. You click this button, they'll get sent to the next upsell, but they'll never need to enter their credit card information again. So if you press this button right here, this is literally a true one-click purchase. You press this button and the same credit card that was billed over here, the order is just updated and this is appended onto the same order. Okay, true one-click upselling. Okay, and then obviously we have our traditional upsell. Again, this is another one-click upsell. I'll show you the mobile view. All right, another one-click upsell. Check out our most popular product, get it now for just $10, right? Again, you just basically put in the information, you upload the image, you have your one-click button again, right? And again, just one more button. This is true one-click upsells, right? True one-click upsell, and then of course it goes to the confirmation page at the end. This would be dynamically updated with as many products as they bought. Potentially 3 different line items, because they could have had the original purchase, they could have had upsell 1, and then they could have had upsell 2. Okay? So, incredibly powerful, but also incredibly simple. Okay, this is the exact funnel. You see the 5 steps right here in terms of what we're getting. This is something that I customized just a little bit, literally just earlier this morning. So let me take a look, and I know that was definitely, I want to get some questions here, and then I'm going to go over actually customizing it in here. I see a lot of comments about the product, the cat product. It's definitely a great product. This isn't the product that I've sold myself. I mean, maybe I'll run ads to it, but I just basically found this one for the presentation here. Let's see. Patrick says, would you recommend the CF Pro Tools? So I would think that most people are not familiar with CF Pro Tools, basically like a little add-on suite of extra functionality. And this is kind of speaking to the development of ClickFunnels and the user base of it, where people are kind of evolving their needs. and there's a lot of cool things with it. I think it's a nice thing to have. It's not necessary though. I think you can get through with all of the things that you're seeing directly on the basic ClickFunnels function that you're getting, and this is the the $97 a month plan, the basic plan that you're seeing right here. Let's see. Adrian, congratulations on that. That sounds cool. Let's see. I'm trying to get all these questions. When you first started the business, how did you stop talking yourself out of testing a product? I would never talk myself out of testing a product. I want to test as many products as possible. I would probably have to talk myself into testing some products, just because I really, to me, the biggest and most important thing on a week-to-week basis is launching as many products as you can. Okay, and I definitely have it's not about how much energy you have to launch products. I mean, I have definitely some real rules about how many products to launch per week, but really has to do with how many targeting options you have. But the more the better, right? The more the better for sure. So James says, how are products fulfilled? Well, in this implementation right now, without doing anything extra, fulfillment is on you. Okay, fulfillment is on you, meaning the best way to do it at scale is to have a virtual assistant. What's going to happen is, if we had sales, we go to the products tab, we would have basically an ability to export our orders, right? And we would basically have a big CSV export, right? This is the unintegrated way, right there, and there are definitely ways to integrate. I'm going to talk about that. Okay, but this is the unintegrated way. Okay, unintegrated way to do it. You'd see your sales report, and you would basically outsource. I'm sorry, send that to your supplier. Okay. Edgar says, is this an improved funnel over the version of 4 days ago? No, it's the same one. It's just one that I customized with this CAP product. So as soon as I put out this link over here, this is that exact one. Leah says, how do you add those sales to your Shopify for fulfillment? A couple different ways. You need external apps to do it. I'll talk about that at the end. Let's see. How do you do a t-shirt as a main product? You could definitely do variations, right? For example, let's say you wanted to do, you had a t-shirt and you want to have different sizes. You could have medium, large, extra large, whatever, right? And then you could add a quantity selector box as well. So that is possible inside of any of the ClickFunnels things, right? But what you're really not going to find is any integration between ClickFunnels and Shopify with the variant stuff. It's just not built. Like the ability for the variants to be sent over into Shopify. People are working on it for sure, but it's not there yet. Okay. So this funnel is connected to a Shopify store. The one that you're looking at right this second is not connected to a Shopify store. You have to do external things to connect to the Shopify store. For example, use Zapier or use Orderlytics, and I'll talk about that at the end. Again, none of them are very great options right now, but there is the ability to do it. Okay. I think that the easiest way to do it is leveraging a virtual assistant, and basically if you get to scale, you're going to start just having them export the orders to a supplier, probably through AliExpress, okay? Which means Oberlo is not going to happen, okay? Now there are ways to do Oberlo. Some would argue that they have more headaches to make the integration right now than to just do it manually, and that's because, again, there really aren't any great options. App Trends or whatever that thing is called, once it's ready, that's going to be a great option, where it's basically going to be one-click integration to link your products between ClickFunnels and Shopify. Okay, but we'll have that in there. Rami says, does this work with PayPal? Definitely, you could have PayPal in here. There are different ways to integrate PayPal into ClickFunnels. The most popular payment method is definitely Stripe for ClickFunnels. You would integrate over here in your account, go under payment gateways, and there's a couple different ones that you'd be able to add. Okay, so let's go over here and actually walk through the funnel. I'm going to go back to this, and again, this would be the thing in 13 minutes ago. This was the one that I just clicked on that link, one.justinsenior.com, and it added it into my my account. So I want to show you all the steps to actually edit. I'm going to show you how to walk through ClickFunnels. This might be one of the first times you see the back end of ClickFunnels. Actually, give me a 3 in the chat box if this is going to be the first time you've ever seen the ClickFunnels editor. Let me see a 3 in the chat box if, okay, so a lot of you guys, definitely. Cool. All right, so this is going to be educational as, for sure, just in terms of how to use ClickFunnels. Nothing to be intimidated by at all. Basically, the way it works is you have different funnels. Okay, you have different funnels here, and then inside funnels, you'll have different pages. For example, the sales page, and the checkout page, and the upsell page, and the product page. So this is the template funnel. You'll get this exact thing as you see it right here. This exact setup, you'll get this when you go to one.justinsenior.com. Okay. It installs it into your ClickFunnels account, then you're able to go and customize it. So let's go ahead and actually add a product. I'm just going to basically re-walk through what I did this morning just so you guys can see it. Okay, I went to AliExpress, found a product that I thought was intriguing, right? Now's definitely the time to offer Halloween products if you're doing AliExpress, because you're going to have to cut off shipping, you know what, sometime about midway through October to make sure it gets there. So I found this product, right? We're talking about with e-package shipping, I think $6, right? Is that, where's the total here? Yeah, $6.59, so under $7 to get this product to the customer. Okay, so obviously we can make some nice margin on it. It's got e-package shipping, it's got some nice imagery, and we're going to start literally with just this product. We have enough just on this page, right? You don't need to email the supplier. You don't need to buy any and store them in a warehouse. You don't need to bring them into your house and take your own photos. You don't need to figure out how to ship them or what bubble mailers they'll fit in. All you need is this page. Okay, you have this page, you have enough information to actually go ahead and start. Okay, what we're going to do is go right into our funnel. Let me just close these windows. We're going to go into our funnel. Okay, and we're on step 1, the sales page. We're going to come over here and click edit page. What are we going to do here? We're literally going to go and fill in all of the different sections of this template as you see here. Okay, we got our countdown clock. This is going to automatically reset every 24 hours, so you don't need to touch the countdown clock timings. Okay, they're every single midnight they'll just refresh. Okay, so we need to come over here. We can either keep a logo in here. We could add a text logo by replacing this. We could come over here, upload our own logo by clicking on this if we had a different logo to put in there. Basically, this is going to be the section where you'll keep your header. Okay, now we're just going to go in and put our product title. Definitely don't want to just use your ugly, look how ugly it is on the AliExpress, right? They're obviously doing this for keyword search, right? We would just want to have a a kind of more reasonable title that actually sounds like a real one. So what did I put? So, funny pirate cat Halloween costume. As our title here. Set our pricing. I kept it at $24.99, right? This is literally just text, so it's not linked anywhere. This is just us displaying the price over here. So you can change it to whatever you want. Okay, button, buy now button, obviously it goes, as you see it says, goes to the next page in the funnel, so we don't need to touch that. Don't need to touch our trust icons. We're going to add in some bullet points. Okay, we're going to take our bullet points over here, start adding them in terms of what we want to enter. And I'm just going to leave these blank here just so you get the point. We'll be able to enter them. Now, where do you get this information? Well, if it's a print-on-demand item, you would get the information basically from the sizing chart or the information from the print-on-demand partner. You would say, like, what brand hat it is, what the sizing is, material, etc. If you're going from AliExpress, you would go right into the product description, and you would find the relevant information that you'd want to add. You might want to add in a size chart. You might want to add in detail about the material, right? You're going to typically just have to go with what you have on this page. You're not going to need to do anything extra. You just need to work with what you have, right? If you want to figure out like the exact specifications of the hat of this product, it's not going to happen, okay? And that's totally okay, right? All we need is on this page, right? We have information. We're going to enter it directly into this little description box, okay? Next, we're going to come over here. We're going to take the image, right? All you literally need to do, you come over here and you could right-click and save on any of these images, right? Obviously, I want to grab the cat one. I could take this one, right-click, save image. Right? I'll just save this somewhere on my desktop, and I'll come back over here. I've obviously already done this because I got the images over here, and I will just add the image. You see, it's the exact image. Change the width over here. Make it a little bit bigger so it fills in the screen, right? Or if you want to make it smaller, depending on how much text you have over here, right? You have full control over that inside of the ClickFunnels setup. Okay, scrolling down over here, we have our customer satisfaction. Right, I want you to change it to be whatever you want to offer. It's up to you to definitely have some type of policy on here. But I'm going to give a 30-day policy over here. So you could edit the text, right? Literally, I'm just pointing and clicking on here. This is the ClickFunnels edit screen. Super easy over here. Coming down here, product reviews, right? Where are you going to get these? Right over here. Go to the feedback section of your of your sourced product. You can even click with pictures because we're going to want to use the pictures in another section. But you can literally just take it. Funniest costume ever. I copy and pasted it, and I'm just going to take it again. Literally come right over here, go right into this, just paste in your testimonial that you got from someone who literally bought that exact product, and you could just give it a little title here. Okay, you can do the same thing over here. Go and pull out another review here. Obviously, these things are huge conversion rate boosters. Right, product reviews are huge conversion rate boosters, and literally you just point and click. You just got to come over here and move it. This is ClickFunnels, right? This is not anything specific to me. This is just the ClickFunnels interface, right? They built it to be very easy. You got your free shipping module here. You want to use different language. Again, this is totally editable. You want to change it. Free shipping today only. You want to change it to 10% off today only. Go ahead and do that. Right? You could change this text as well. Right? Everything is editable on here. More product photos. Right? We just come right over here. Click on this little gear icon to change it. Go and grab another image. Right, I think I used that before, so we'll just do that. Okay. Buttons over here, trust icons. Again, more information here. This is going to be very specific to your niche, right? This is perfect for you if come over here and enter some very, 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 very specifically loaded questions that basically say that I'm definitely talking to a cat lover, or I'm definitely talking to a tennis lover, or I'm definitely talking to whatever, right? Talk directly to your customer here, right? Basically give them features that are going to make them say, this is, this product is perfect for me, okay? Happy customers enjoying our product. Come over here again, we can find them right in AliExpress, right? Different images here, you could right click and save, and then come back over and actually go ahead and upload the images of other people enjoying the product. Talk about conversion rate booster, right? This is like real conversion optimization here, conversion tactic, or conversion raising tactics by adding all these things in here. And just to show you, let's say you couldn't find any reviews, or let's say you didn't have any customer testimonials. All you have to do is literally come over here to the section, you just delete it, and it's gone. Right? Everything else just aligns back in here. And you can come up here, you do your saving over here. I want to show you a very important thing here. You got to come over here into tracking codes. So you have settings, tracking code. You got to make sure that your Facebook pixel is here. Okay, I'll show you a little sample one here. But you're going to make sure that you copy and paste your entire Facebook pixel here. All you need to do is get it right from your Facebook Ads Manager account. Copy and paste your pixel, and it goes right into the tracking code setting here. And then your tracking pixel is installed. Make sure that you set that up for each page. Okay, each page needs to have the tracking code added in there. Okay, and again, that's the entire funnel. Again, I'll show you. It's going to look real great on mobile. Looks great on desktop as well, but I think it looks really great on mobile. And here it is again. Actually, this doesn't look like it's, maybe I didn't save it. Got to save and exit this, but definitely want to show the other sections as well. But give me some feedback in the chat box. Give me a 3 if you think this is easy, and give me a 5 if you think it's hard. What do you guys think? I mean, I won't call anyone out. Be honest if you put 5s. I see some 4s. That's fair. Seems easier to me than Shopify. Yeah. Cool. Ethan, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, I see a couple 4s and 5s, no problem. It's anytime you see a new platform for the first time, it's definitely overwhelming. But Shopify and ClickFunnels are both designed for basically someone that doesn't have any code experience. So keep that in mind. There's also very great support here. You got basically, it's not chat support, but it's close enough with these ticket system down here. So that's just the sales page. Okay, I'm not going to go into much detail right now about what do you call it? About this. This is split testing. Right, but this is a built-in part of ClickFunnels, right? Again, this is where it's all about leveraging what was working for like opt-ins and digital marketing, applying that to the physical product system. We're basically just making variations or split tests of our page. For example, maybe we want to try different color buttons. Maybe we want to try different imagery. Maybe we want to try a different countdown timer. Maybe we want to try a video instead of a picture on top, right? You'd be able to do this in this what they call a variation. And you see here it splits the traffic. Okay, you could do whatever percentage split you want. Obviously 50-50, it makes the most sense in my opinion. Basically, you're splitting the traffic between the two, and it's going to start giving you a score about which one's doing better. So this is just a nice cool built-in feature for ClickFunnels that is very valuable, but not very kind of reasonable in a Shopify store. Right? Shopify was not built for ClickFunnels. I'm sorry, for funnel variations. It was not built for opt-in page level click optimizations and text optimizations and split tests. That's not what it's for. Right, but ClickFunnels was definitely built for that, so we want to take advantage of that. Okay. So I'll show you this over here just real quick. I mean, this is super simple to set up in terms of step 2. This is just your one-page checkout. We're not going to need to touch anything here except the logo and the image of the product, and if you want to put a maximum, you can. Everything else will get automatically generated. Okay. Of course, you're going to want to update your information here for your money-back guarantee, but this is very easy. This is incredibly easy. You want to come over here and go to your tracking code section, okay? Making sure that you're adding the Facebook pixel and also the add to cart event, okay? Now, this is a little different than Shopify, right? On Shopify, you get to just copy and paste your pixel once and you're done. Over here, you have to do a little bit more work. Facebook is going to give you, when you go to your Ads Manager account, gives you the option to pull out your pixel and also pull out specific events. In this case, you want to add your pixel and the add to cart event, okay, because this is effectively the cart page. Okay? When people get to this page, it's effectively the same type of action as when someone adds a product to cart. Okay, so make sure you add that in there. Okay, we'll exit out of here. I'll just show you very briefly the bumps, the upsells. Okay, we got our upsell here. In terms of setting it up, very similar to the first page. It doesn't have as much information because on the upsell side of things, it's supposed to be a very quick decision, right? You have this over here. All of this is editable. You want to do 25%, you want to do $5 off, you want to do 13% off, you want to do 75 cents off, it doesn't matter. You do whatever you want. You get to fully customize all this text. Put in your benefits, right? Put in you get to even customize the actual text of the button on here in terms of what it's going to say. So you have everything on here. You can put your testimonials on here as well if you're able to get them. If you don't want to do testimonials, simply just delete the section, right? It's that easy, okay? We'll exit out of this, I won't save it. Just real quickly, the other upsell app, the other upsell page, basically the exact same setup, except instead of offering the same product, you're going to then offer another product, okay? You got your trust icons here, you got your customizable sections. It's just the same as the other page. Again, you don't want a section here. For some reason you don't want this, you can delete that, right? You can delete whatever you want, right? Everything is deletable in here. And then real briefly, just the order confirmation page. Nothing to touch here, right? Really nothing that you want to touch here. The big thing is you want to put your tracking pixel on here. Oh, whoops, I think I went to the old view. Let me show you the new view. You want to make sure that you put your tracking pixel up here, including your purchase event. Okay, so just like you put the add to cart event on the other page, over here you're going to want to put your purchase event. Okay, so that's the entire walkthrough for this funnel. I'm very eager to hear what you guys would be stuck on in terms of this part because I want to make sure that I clear this out. It's incredibly easy, right? If you find any product that you think is intriguing, and you can literally go on AliExpress and right after this webinar and find a product that you think is intriguing, just plug it right into this funnel. I mean, it's literally that simple, right? It's literally that simple, right? Cool. So let me take a little pause here. We'll do some Q&A now. Definitely, I have some more to share, right? But I want to kind of focus on this here because this is super actionable and it's also totally free, right? If you're going to go and do anything on ClickFunnels, go and grab my funnel. Just test out some product on here. Of course, you're going to be doing Facebook ads to be running these tests, right? Again, you're going to be doing $5 a day. 5 days website conversion ads. Right, and of course, you know, we don't have enough time in the world to do a Facebook targeting training here, but you know, we're going to be leveraging the exact same strategies that we would be using for our Shopify stores. Okay. All right, let me see some of these questions. And again, I haven't done the Shopify integration part yet. I'm going to show you that. Okay, let's see. The questions are moving too quickly. So the idea is to test products here, and when you find winners, add them to your Shopify store. Yeah, absolutely. Want to add them to our Shopify store, or we want to open up stores in niches where we find winning products, right? We want to use ClickFunnels to test very, very, very effectively, very, very efficiently without a lot of cost. We are never going to have ClickFunnels instead of Shopify. We might start with ClickFunnels when we're looking for a product. When we're trying to test a niche, if we want to kind of go right into ClickFunnels rather than go into Shopify in terms of doing our testing, that's now an option. And I think it's a pretty good option as well. But what our main goal is, our overall business goal is to build our Shopify store. Okay, this is a ClickFunnels webinar, but I still want to build my Shopify store. My Shopify store is the core part of my e-commerce business. It will be the core part of your e-commerce business. Right? These are going to be funnels, but these are not going to be destinations. These are not going to be beloved pages by people in the niche. These are not going to be pages that people are going to come back to over and over, right? But I definitely think that they can. I'm sorry. I know that they can create an environment to where not only you're going to make some money, but you're going to have all the data that you need to then move over into Shopify. Okay. Can you go over setting up domains on ClickFunnels? Can you use your same Shopify domain? So you could use a subdomain. Okay, you come over here into custom domains. You'd be able to add your domain over here. A couple different ways to do it over here, and basically they'll walk you through a way to basically use your existing domain. This has been coming soon for a while, so I'm not sure if this is ever coming. But as long as you bought the domain, then you're going to be able to use a subdomain, unless you bought the domain through Shopify. Because they manage the DNS there, basically you're going to need to get their support involved, and then they're going to be able to change the, basically help you with this setup. If you bought the domain on GoDaddy or on Namecheap or something like that, right, then you would certainly be able to go ahead and just set those up with the DNS records. And you could have a subdomain like, go.mystore.com. But they both can't be mystore.com because obviously Shopify, they host on that part of the domain, so you need to have a separate part of the domain. But you certainly can do the same .com domain with a subdomain in front of it, right? store.go.whatever.yourstore.com. Okay. Do you still jump straight to purchase optimization? Talking about Facebook ads there. If it's a brand new store, brand new pixel, I'm going to do add to cart as my first optimization. Then after that, I would move on to purchase optimization pretty quickly. But if I already have sales, if I'm already in a successful store, I'm absolutely going only with purchase. Can we use the data from the visitors that check the ClickFunnels page so that we can retarget? Oh yeah, absolutely, right? So when you're doing ClickFunnels, right, even if it's on a different domain, it doesn't matter. You're going to use the same niche pixel, right? So you're going to have a pixel for, let's say, the cat niche, right? You're going to have it both on your Shopify store and on your ClickFunnels pages that are specific to the cats. And everyone in there is going to build up that same pixel. So your retargeting audiences, your custom audiences, your lookalike audiences, of course, they're going to be nurtured by running this traffic, right? It doesn't matter if it's on Shopify's domain or not. The point is that the people are very similar, so we want everyone to kind of be building the pixel together. What goes where it says custom JavaScript? That is the countdown timer where it says you have 10 minutes to, what do you call it? 10 minutes to finish your checkout. And that could be deleted as well. Do you put the shipping times anywhere? Or I definitely have them in the confirmation email. You'll be able to set up the product. On a product basis, you have an email for each basically product. So that's how you would set up the order confirmation emails. And you can put in the shipping information in there. You could also have an FAQ page linked. You could create static pages. Like, for example, you're going to need to create static pages for return policy, privacy policy, terms of service. If you already have existing Shopify sites, you could just link directly to those. You could link to your FAQ page on Shopify, but you do need to create, you see down here, different static pages. And you can create those just inside of this funnel. Okay, so let's go back over here to the PowerPoint again. So the $1 million question, and this is really the second $1 million question because the first one we already covered in terms of why we would want to do ClickFunnels in general. Now, this is more important for a lot of people who are already running Shopify stores. Okay, this is not required. Okay, this is not required. If you don't do this, there's definitely manual work. There's also manual work right now for doing this type of integration, and again, it's because there really aren't any great options. App Trends. Pay attention to that name. You know, it seems like it's going to be a really great piece of software. It's going to be able to make direct integration between ClickFunnels and Shopify and keep all of the automation. Okay, so Shopify and ClickFunnels, how are we going to integrate? Okay, well, first let me talk about something else. Let's talk about a sample strategy more specifically. Okay, we kind of talked about this a little bit already, but we want to use ClickFunnels as a means to cheaply and quickly find and prove a profitable niche. We want to just pick a few great products. We want to put them into the Just Takes One funnel. We want to do $25 ad tests on them. We want to cut and scale based on the data. And if we find a winner, then obviously we're going to move over into our Shopify niche store. Okay, but what happens if we already have a Shopify store? All right, what if we already have a Shopify store here? Well, there are 4 methods to connect ClickFunnels into Shopify. Okay, manually is basically. I hate to say it, I think manually is the best way to do it. Okay, and this is the assumption that you already have a Shopify store, right? You already have a store and products up and running in your Shopify store. Okay, the easiest way right now is to accept manual orders through ClickFunnels, right? Just like you saw in the Just Takes One funnel, and then export the orders as a CSV document from ClickFunnels. Okay. If I was responsible to do that myself, I would groan and moan, and it would be very annoying. Okay, this is definitely work that you would be giving to a virtual assistant. So keep in mind, I think that this is for people that already have successful Shopify stores that are going this route, right? When you're expanding or scaling on. Okay, so you have the CSV export. In some cases, you could send that directly to your AliExpress supplier. Okay. Now, here's where it gets fun. Let's say you're doing print on demand, and let's say you love T-shirts. You love selling T-shirts. Okay, and you're going to simplify it a lot so you have less variance, because you see that variance don't really play that nicely with ClickFunnels, right? Let's say we only have just one color and 5 sizes. Okay, so we have 5 variants. Okay. To get the to get the automation into something, let's say like custom cat, there is no option right now that I believe is good to directly move over variants into Shopify. Okay, so what am I basically saying? Am I possibly saying what you think I'm saying? Yes, I would have a virtual assistant be manually inputting orders into my store, or even into a development store that's hooked into custom cat, just to have the automation go on for the fulfillment, because it's that important to me to have the print on demand fulfillment where I don't need to do anything after the sale. So a very, very manual way to do it is, if you want to do print on demand for ClickFunnels, is you have your virtual assistant or you yourself go into your store or a development store that's hooked into custom cat, and you literally buy $0 products and you put in the customer's information. Right? It's effectively the old way of doing drop shipping on AliExpress, except you're using your own store to drop ship. Is it the most effective way to run a business? Obviously not. Right? No one's saying that it is, but it is, in my opinion, right now the best way to have full variant-based print on demand. Okay, full variant-based print on demand over there. So that's one. Zapier is number 2. Okay, Zapier actually gives you real direct integration, and I'm going to see if I think I pulled it up before this. Let me see if I have it. There is basically on Zapier, and if you don't know what Zapier is, it's basically a way to connect APIs or connect programming interfaces without needing to be a programmer or without needing to know any code. So what you can do is actually set up a Zap, is what they call it, to pull information from ClickFunnels and push it into Shopify. So it sounds great, right? Except when you actually start thinking about the functionality of your product variants, right? Inside of Zapier, it's going to go and ask you, okay, what funnel do you want to integrate? Okay, you'll pick your ClickFunnels funnel. Okay, then it's going to ask you, okay, what product in the funnel? You'll pick the product. Okay, that's great. Okay, then it's going to go over to Shopify, and it's going to ask you to do the same thing. But it doesn't ask for anything about variants. So if you had, and like a typical t-shirt, hoodie, hat, t-shirt, hoodie, long sleeve, and tank top would have, and over 4 colors would be like 90 variants. So you would have to do that 90 times just for one product. Obviously, you could see why that would be an impossibility, right? So variant-based print on demand, again, there's just no good way right now. Okay. Now, how about non-variant-based print on demand? Like, for example, a hat, maybe a backpack, okay, socks, right? Canvas bag, right? Things where there aren't options, right? Just one thing, right? Where there are no variants. That works perfectly with Zapier, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be matching up in your Zap. You're going to pull the funnel order, and you're going to match it up to one product. It's a 1-to-1 match. Okay. Any product that sells from this funnel will equal this product sold on Shopify. And in fact, I could actually show you a little demo of what an order looks like over here. I'll show you this real quick. This is just a little thing here that I have. See over here, Zapier created the order, and it comes in just like an order on here. There's nothing on here because I didn't figure it out. Let me see if I get the next one. This was a pretty good test. Obviously, it came over with nothing in it. I don't remember exactly why. Let me pull up the other one. I did a $1 test as well. It was a live store, so I actually didn't want to spend or put anything really big through it. But let me get the dollar one. Here we go. Oops. So take a look at that one. So it pulls over a test product, right? Zapier created the order, right? This is built on ClickFunnels, pulled over the order, and then created the order into Shopify. Now, the special thing about that is that test product could be any product in your Shopify store, and it's treated just like any other product or any other order. And why is that important? Well, that means that this product, if it was added through print on demand or through Oberlo, it would then go into the automation there. So Zapier will preserve that automation of being able to take an order, match it up 1-to-1 with a product, and then actually send it off into the fulfillment process, whether that is Oberlo or Custom Cat. And remember, on Custom Cat, they're not taking money from the order. They're charging your card or your PayPal separately. So it doesn't matter what the number comes across as. I mean, the reason it showed $1 is because I was just doing a test product. Obviously, it would be the exact price that I would want to charge. But the money will be transacted through ClickFunnels. Okay? The transaction will come into your Shopify dashboard. It will be available to be fulfilled, but it won't be Shopify payments taking the transaction. The transaction happens inside the funnel. That's the whole benefit of using the funnel. We have that awesome one-page checkout that goes directly in there. Okay? So Zapier, I think, is probably if you're going to mess around with customization right now. I mean with automation right now with ClickFunnels, I would say Zapier is the one to do it. They're definitely not perfect, okay? But they basically they have a flat fee to do it. Otherwise, there's some paid services that try to do the exact same thing. Orderlytics is a good example of one. Then another option is CartHook, which basically creates a different type of Shopify funnel. I'm sorry, Shopify checkout. It's a little on the expensive side at $300 a month, so typically most people stay away from that. And then, of course, the most basic form would be to simply use the front end of ClickFunnels and still transact on Shopify. And that would be by using Shopify buttons. You could actually go and there's, if you go to Google, there's a Shopify button generator, or you could even just grab the button from your Shopify store, and you'd be able to implement buttons just like you could add any other HTML into ClickFunnels. I don't even really, I listed just because it's an option. In my opinion, there's zero reason to do that. I mean, that's just basically saying I'm going to use a different landing page for my Shopify store, and then you're still going to drop them into the Shopify checkout. So that's, in my opinion, not an option to use. Right? Again, as crazy as it sounds, the manual is the best to do. Right? Really, the manual is the best to do in this case. And if you're doing non-variant based print on demand, you could do Zapier. The problem is there's just like, most print on demand that I have had success with has variants. I mean, maybe mugs, right? Maybe I've sold them out of anything with non-variants. I'd say mugs, and those aren't top sellers. Okay. So the fifth one that I don't list on here is definitely App Trends. Okay, that's the software that's coming out. That's supposed to be one-to-one product matching, including variants. And not only that, they plan to actually directly integrate with print on demand. So that's going to be huge, but that's not ready yet. So I'll definitely update everyone when that comes out. I have no relation to that company other than the fact that I just am very excited about it, about the fact that it's coming out here. Okay, coming over here, why integrate with Shopify? We're basically wrapping it up. So if you guys have any questions, definitely want to start thinking about them right now. Start thinking about those questions right now, and we'll do a little Q&A in here. And I see that there's already a few fans of App Trends in the chat. It's AppTrends. I don't even think they have a website. They literally just have a ClickFunnels landing page and a little private Facebook group. But I think everyone is very excited about that, and I've been telling them that I'm sure that a lot of us in the Shopify space are totally waiting for them to come out and kind of enter in there, because App Trends is actually a software that's going to be integrating with ClickFunnels rather than integrating with only Shopify. So it's going to be a great option, but we'll see when it comes out. Yeah, and this is basically the last slide again, so we're going to want to do some Q&A after this. But why are we going to integrate with Shopify in the first place? It's all about the fulfillment options, right? It's all about print on demand. It's all about Oberlo. Like if you were just doing e-commerce before you knew about Oberlo or before you knew about print on demand, then ClickFunnels would be fine to do just automate. I mean, to do without automation, because it's the same as anything else, right? The reason that Shopify is so great, it's a great platform for sure, but it integrates with the business models that we run, right? We are predominantly running print on demand and automated drop shipping, right? We need to make that work for ClickFunnels, and there's some options out there right now. There are some options coming, but regardless. Right, we want to be leveraging and running our main business, our core business, on our core platform, and that is without a doubt Shopify. Okay, so I wanted to open up to question and answer right now, guys. Let's open up to question and answer and see exactly what you guys think about this presentation. Actually, first, give me some feedback over here. Give me some 8s in the chat box. Let me see crazy 8s in the chat box if you like this presentation, if you learned something, and if you're a little bit excited about ClickFunnels. I want to see those 8s in there. Cool. I see some crazy 8s there. Appreciate that, guys. This is about a 90-minute presentation. We're wrapping it up in 5-10 minutes. But this is new for a lot of people. Definitely new for me for sure. I've have maybe 6-7 months experience of physical products on ClickFunnels. So a lot of new stuff here. You could see just in terms of the ecosystem, not a lot of solutions yet, but a lot of solutions coming or planned. So definitely going to be something to consider. Right? I see a lot of people saying information overload. I hear you on that. Definitely watch this video again, or maybe a couple times once the recording comes out. I don't really know when the software is coming out. I don't, I'm just in the group, but I know they're working on it every day. So like they're definitely doing a good job on moving forward on it. Okay. Okay, I see a lot of great questions, and definitely we'll put that link back up on the screen in a second for you guys to go and grab the that free e-commerce funnel. So let me just find that. But again, I really want to stress this one more time. It just takes one. Right? It just takes one product. If you're sitting on the sidelines and you haven't launched product, or if you tried this 6 months ago in Shopify and it didn't work out, well, every week you need to be launching new product, and every single week you have a new chance to find that one big winner. Okay, so you're only hurting yourself by not doing this. You're only hurting yourself by kind of wishing and wondering how to make this happen, right? You need to go ahead and move forward and actually jump on it as quickly as possible. So, time for questions. And this could be about anything, guys. It doesn't have to be just about ClickFunnels or whatever. Definitely want to answer whatever we can here. Let's see. You can set up down sells as well. So you can do, basically, they call them yes or no links. So if they take the yes, it would be, obviously you go to the yes path, which would be an upsell. If they go no, you can create a path off the no. So basically, upsell, downsell is known as yes or no inside of ClickFunnels in terms of linking. But yeah, you could absolutely do that. And you should be doing that for sure. In terms of a funnel, you could add as many upsells really as you want in terms of having one bump, one upsell, one downsell. Okay. What do we got next? Is ClickFunnels ideal for brand new stores with a brand new pixel? It would definitely help you get to a point where you would be able to better leverage your pixel in a Shopify store. You're going to still face the same challenge in terms of you need to definitely find good product, right? In either case, you need to find a good, intriguing product. Okay, no doubt about that. Okay, but what you definitely are going to fast track is when you find something that works. Right, you'll be able to move into Shopify with that information and with that pixel already going well. Right, already kind of up and running. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Okay, when you notice a certain age group is converting well on an ad set, do you edit the ad? Definitely not. Never ever touch an existing ad. I don't care what's happening. If an ad is working for you, right? If an ad is working, okay, what does that mean? Well, it means you definitely don't want to touch it, right? We don't want to touch anything on the ad. The only thing that we would barely touch is budget, and we have to be very careful about that as well, okay? So we want to for sure, never touch that. Now, if we see consistently that an age group is performing better than another one, then guess what? We should act on that, but we're not going to change an existing thing. We might create a duplicate and then make the change in the duplicate, or we might just have that information and kind of store it for our next, basically our next set of launches, right? That's going to make a lot of sense, but we don't want to touch an existing ad ever. Yep, good question. Let's see. With AliExpress drop shipping and long shipping times, would sourcing through eBay, if they have the product, be better for your store's reputation? Potentially. You have to be careful in terms of when you find, I bet you, in terms of price to price things that are the same, even on eBay, they're going to be coming from China. So you want to make sure that it's not coming from China. If that's the case, that it's not coming from China, sure, I would be okay with you sourcing from eBay. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I just think that typically it's not going to be the same price. Right? So you're going to be definitely giving up margin on eBay for probably the same price. I'm sorry, for the same product, I mean. How about sourcing from Wish? Wish.com, good for product research, not so good for sourcing, really, from there. How much do you scale up your ad spend when you find a successful product? So Ian, I have a bunch of different ways that I scale. I have actually 10 different strategies that I teach in the boot camp. The first most important way is obviously spending more money on the existing ad set that works. And that's typically going to be what happens inside of ClickFunnels, because you're going to get to the point where you're scaling something that's working. When you find a winner, you're going to want to really scale vertically first, because you want to push more people through your funnel. right? You want to push more people of what's already working in your funnel. Now, there's definite kind of point that you have to make about when to basically take your winning product and bring it onto Shopify. So I think before you go horizontal is my second scaling method where I start going to other targeting methods. I would want to basically fully vertically scale. That means upping the budget of my existing winning campaign and then starting my new ad sets on Shopify as well. Okay. Justin, do you have ads training outside of this webinar? Absolutely. I have about 50 million links that I could share in terms of different trainings. Let me go ahead and pull those up so you guys can take a look at them. And I should have them somewhere in my group. I'll post those up here for sure before we sign off on this. Let's see. Do you need to buy a new Shopify store for every niche? Yes, definitely. I want to have one Shopify store per niche. That's the whole benefit of running niche stores, in my opinion. By having that niche environment where someone were to come to my, let's say, tennis store, and they'd know that they're in the right place. They'd have a positive vibe about the whole store, and if they're a true tennis lover, they're definitely very interested in the storefront, in the logo, in the overall kind of look and feel that I've built there. So you lose that by doing general stores, okay? And you know that kind of sucks. So niche store for me, I'm a big fan of it. Can you make money with general stores? For sure, right? A lot of people making money with general stores. I think a lot more people are making money with niche stores. Proves that different strategies can definitely work. But for me, I'm definitely building one store per niche on Shopify. Okay. All right. So let me see. Got a good amount of people that left, which is cool. And I'm going to only open up 10 spots here. I'm going to tell you something very honest about this. The course isn't even finished. Okay, so I'm going to open up 10 spots over here really quick, and we're going to go back to question and answer after. And I'm actually going to put it at 197. Anyone who wants, I'm doing a ClickFunnels e-commerce course, obviously. It's called Just Takes One. Click.JustinSenior.com. I'm going to take 10 people at 197, even though it says 297. It's going to be 197 on the sales page for this course. It's going to be my full ClickFunnels training. It's going to also include my ad strategy as well inside here. So ad strategy is going to be basically my entire Facebook ad strategy, including the scaling. 10 people at 197, not really a big focus of this webinar, but again, it's not finished. But I do want to get some people into this program and get some feedback on here before I go live. Eventually, obviously, I'll price this just like my other courses, but click.JustinSenior.com if you guys want to check it out and grab the kind of first 10 spots in my program. I'll definitely be talking more about it later on, but again, my full e-commerce ClickFunnels training with my Facebook ads training in there as well. Let's see, on a proven winner, do you recommend, that was fast, okay? I already saw, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. Sweet. They got the 4 that jumped in already, awesome. Love to have some more guys jump into the, guys and girls jump into this initial kind of ClickFunnels program here. Let's see, comparison to Shopify Success Training, totally different, right? This is something more about my strategies of using ClickFunnels. It's going to be basically, let's see if I have the, I got the little outline. It's basically start to finish ClickFunnels training with the ad strategy required as well. So it's going to be kind of similar to my bootcamp, if you guys are familiar with my t-shirt bootcamp, except it's going to be all about ClickFunnels. It's going to talk about Shopify integration. I'm not finding the outline right now, but I mean, it's something like 40 or 45 videos in there. So, I mean, it's, you know, I obviously need to do a much better sales page on it, but really I just want to get those 10 people in here. We got to just get some feedback on it and kind of move forward on there. So you can check out that link on there. What about sourcing from Etsy? I love sourcing from Etsy. I really do. Etsy is great, especially for personalized products. You're going to find products that are really just one of a kind on Etsy. Actually building a wedding store right now, and I have a lot of hope for my personalized products. You know, things like a t-shirt where they could put in the bride's name or something like that. So I'm very, very positive towards Etsy. Some of the downsides towards Etsy is the price. You're not often going to find great margins on there. That's why you need to find those really kind of high perceived value products that are like personalized products. Okay. Is there a bootcamp about starting e-commerce? This is basically the bootcamp for ClickFunnels. My overall bootcamp is my t-shirt bootcamp. That's the full $997 price at camp.JustinSenior.com, shop.justinsenior.com. That's my main program, right? My big program on Shopify. This is literally the first time I've told anyone about this program, just about 3 minutes ago. So this is a brand new program. It's not even done, right? This is more or less my bootcamp version of ClickFunnels. Okay. Let's see. Proven winner. Do you recommend starting ad sets at higher budgets? Okay, that's a great question. So let's say you find a winner, right, and then you move it over to Shopify. I still want you to start at $5 a day ads. And why is that? It's not like you could launch a winning product, and you'll see this in a horizontal scale, right? When you go and try all your targeting options, even though it's a winning product, it still won't sell for every single ad set. So I don't want you to go in and risk $100. I don't care if you've already sold 100 of it. Every single ad in Facebook's eyes is totally separate, right? This is why I hate to see people just blindly duplicate the ad sets for scaling. That's not scaling, right? That's certainly not scaling, right? What you want to be doing is starting at $5 and treat every single ad set separately. Okay, if they're going to work, they're going to work. You don't need to boost them $100 extra just because the other ones work. I've seen a lot of people lose a lot of money doing that. I've lost money myself doing that until I've really become strict about treating every single ad set individually. And this is directly from multiple Facebook reps that have told me this, that duplicating a working campaign, nothing comes over there. It's just simply a shortcut in the system. Like it's a visual shortcut for you to go create a new ad. Okay, so very important that when you're scaling here, okay, when you're scaling, you need to make sure that the only thing that you're doing is increasing budget up and down. You're not touching anything else in an ad. Okay, super important. Okay, $97 a month seems steep. Will it pay for itself? $97 a month for the platform of ClickFunnels. You're not going to need any apps or anything like that. So if you're paying the $79 a month middle tier plan for Shopify plus a couple apps, it's probably going to be about the same. That being said, as entrepreneurs, I've been trained to avoid monthly fees, right? That's like the main thing you look for. You always want to get that one-time payment or whatever, lifetime membership, whatever. But on some things you can't avoid it, right? When you're running a business like this, if you were not using a platform, you'd have other very similar $97 a month costs, for example, hosting, right? And potentially even external support from a developer. So I don't like that it's $97 a month, but I don't like that I have to pay for this webinar and all the other, and I have my cell phone and all that other stuff. But unfortunately, I feel like it's fair and required. So it's cancel anytime anyway. So you really have no commitment other than month to month there. What app do you use to customize the product page in Shopify? I don't really use much. I'm actually testing out a pretty interesting app right now that allows you to do kind of drag and drop page customization. Like you can make really cool About Us pages or home pages, but for the most part, I'm going with the default themes. I'm definitely doing conversion rate optimization in terms of adding trust badges or maybe sometimes scarcity or even countdown timers in some instances. But I don't think that you have much room to kind of customize the page there. Is there going to be overlap with the T-shirt bootcamp? Absolutely, there will be in terms of the ads, right? I mean, my e-commerce Facebook ad strategy is very, very specific to e-commerce, not specific to Shopify or ClickFunnels. Now, that being said, there are definitely differences in the strategy for ClickFunnels, but I think that, admittedly, some of it will be redundant in terms of just the ideas that, my ad strategy is my ad strategy. And that's a good thing because it's still working from the first iteration of my training about a year ago. How many items would you test per week? I would with the Just Takes One funnel setup, I would set my goal at 10 products a week. Okay. Now, I don't think you want to do 10 different niches, right? I'd probably do maybe three, and four. Let's say you do 12 products. Do 4 products in a niche, and do 3 niches, right? Because you don't want to just run one random test in a niche, right? You did like that. To me, that's not very valuable. I mean, you want to find one product, but you also want to be able to leverage the insights from the ads. Remember, I talked about misconceptions. Not every product, right? Not every product is going to be a winner. But every time we spend money on ads, we're going to be able to gain insight from that. So by testing inside the niche multiple times, we can gather more insight quickly. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. Do you think there will be? Do you think you will run another In the Trenches ad build? Chris, I'm not sure what that is. I guess I offer too many things I forgot. Tell me exactly what that is. Can you go over how to start finding a niche or product to test? Okay, I think this is an interesting thing. And let me actually bring up these links here, because I have free training on 50 million things that are very relevant, because I get asked the same questions all the time. So I refer these people, for everyone, to my my free training. So let me find this list of links. I got one for ad research. I see a couple people asking about how to do ad research. Okay, I have a couple of people asking about how to do product research. I have one of those as well on product research. Then of course I have print on demand, how to get started in that, how to get started with Shopify. So let me just find these links. Bear with me for a second. I'll put them on the screen, and then we'll be able to get in there. Okay. Should see it over here. Okay. Here we go. Just going to highlight these links over here. These are some great links for you guys. Totally free training, right? And really kind of similar to tonight's training, where it's kind of just me over the shoulder, kind of walking you through the different kind of aspects here. So you want to do Facebook ad training, right over here, ads.justinsenior.com. You want to do product research training, go to products.justinsenior.com. Automated dropshipping on Shopify, Shopify store checklist, 10 shirts that sold $100,000 each on print on demand. Set up a print on demand Shopify store, totally free trainings. Once I make a recording of this, we'll also have this added on here as well. So you'll be able to kind of jump into a lot of different things here with free training, and kind of also puts you on my email list. I send out some kind of relevant follow-ups as well. So this is all the free links that I have on here. Obviously, make sure you're part of this group as well, Senior Shopify Mastermind. Incredibly valuable environment here, because I just share a lot of great stuff here. Eric is definitely kind enough to share a link for me. He recommends everyone goes here. JustinSenior.com. I forgot that I have this page. JustinSenior.com. Click on where to start. On the top, you got all my different links here in terms of how to get started, how to work with me, etc., etc. So yeah, everyone is there. The course for everyone who got into tonight's little 197 thing. Basically, it is totally not set up in terms of you got a very basic receipt and you didn't get anything else. The member site is not even ready. Right? Like literally, I'm going to be sending you the videos, or maybe I'll just make the member site real quickly and send you the login. But it's that early on. These there's actually 11 or 13 people that got in here. So you'll get in. I'll give you a personalized email in terms of how to get in there. But when I mean you're the first people to hear about it, I mean literally the first people to ever hear about this thing. So I'll be sending that out later on tonight. You'll get the videos and the access and stuff like that. But for sure, it's more. There's a lot more to come on that. So let's see. Is there an extension of this webinar for more training? Definitely. I'm going to probably put you guys in a little email follow-up. I'll send out some other videos that I think are going to be relevant in terms of what's kind of going on here in the space in terms of some of the integrations and stuff like that. But yeah, otherwise, I think that this is a real, just a big kind of, it's a big space that's going to be developed in, right? It's definitely feeling like Shopify was a couple of years ago when we were all moving from print-on-demand platform sites onto Shopify. And there were definitely some people early on that were doing some unique things that were working and weren't working. But it's always kind of the group of trailblazers that are kind of moving over. And I'm seeing that, and I'm feeling like I'm part of that myself right now for the ClickFunnels side of things. So stay tuned for a lot more stuff from me inside my groups and my emails about ClickFunnels. I really want to integrate that into my overall training. But yeah, this course is literally so new that it's there's no sales page or anything. So kind of interesting there. Let's see, Adrian. Yeah, that would definitely be separate for now, at least. For the well, definitely for the future as well, because the price is going to go up on here for the ClickFunnels course, right? I guess I'll do probably next webinar. I'll do $297 or something. But I envision it to be it is a totally full course, so it's not going to be included in the bootcamp or anything like that. So a little separate there. But the bootcamp, nothing can replace the bootcamp. It is my main training, my main coaching focus, and really, again, the core of my business is Shopify. So we want to have it in there. When will we have access to the course? Do you have the videos ready? No, not basically the setup isn't ready yet. Okay, so you'll get an email when the entire setup is ready on there, but definitely ASAP. Also, the replay will probably be sent out tomorrow in here, depending on how long it takes to process. V-Man says, for a newbie, what would you recommend to start with? ClickFunnels or Shopify? It's a good question. If you're a complete e-commerce newbie, I'd probably say Shopify, right? I'd probably say Shopify. I think Shopify is easier to start with if you're a complete newbie to the business because, yes, it's very easy to do this funnel, right? Definitely very easy to do the funnel. But I think that, if you have a best case scenario with this funnel, it's finding a product that's going to sell a lot and then moving that over into Shopify and building a full store. So you'd very quickly need to get into Shopify anyway. So I think you build a foundation with Shopify training. You have this added on into your arsenal for ClickFunnels. Don't get me wrong, you could start with ClickFunnels, right? I think that having both as in your skill set is great. If I had to say which one or the other to start, I'd say Shopify. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Is Click.JustinCena the bootcamp or the ClickFunnels? It's the ClickFunnels. It's my ClickFunnels training course entitled Just Takes One. It is not my bootcamp. Bootcamp is at a different link and a lot more expensive. Okay, so if you're a newbie, should you not jump into ClickFunnels yet? It depends on the strategy, right? It's just a different strategy of how to go after things. I would say that if you're struggling with Shopify, this isn't going to turn your losing products into winners, okay? I think that's very important to note, right? So you want to have an overall basis of understanding of, the e-commerce business. And don't get me wrong, Marilee, I already know that you're in my bootcamp anyway, so, I'm not recommending the bootcamp to you since you're already in it. But I think that you have a basis of knowledge in the bootcamp that would basically be making you well positioned to jump into something else, okay? Eric has a good question. Would you recommend print on demand or dropship stores for newbies? I would without a doubt recommend print on demand. Okay. That being said, if you have budget concerns, dropshipping is cheaper because you don't need to pay for the design. Okay, you don't need to pay for your design. Al, where is that? He says, I'm your neighbor. Hello, neighbor. You don't have to answer out loud. No. Elegant Stallions. I don't know why everyone thinks that's my store. I've had multiple people ask me that. That's not my store. I don't know whose store it is, to be honest. I don't have a horse store, but I've seen that store a lot. That's funny. Will you do a list of proven apps to use? In terms of ClickFunnels, Chris, Adrian, are you referring to ClickFunnels apps? In terms of ones to use, I could definitely. I plan on doing some follow-up video, and to everyone who entered in here, I'll send it maybe after the replay, and I'll show a little bit more about the Shopify to ClickFunnels integration. So yeah, I'll go over those. Again, there's just nothing great. It's like I could have done a whole webinar showing a walkthrough integration, and then if next week there might be something better. So the bottom line is there's nothing to invest a lot into as of this second. All right, last call on questions, guys. Stick around for another couple of minutes here and do any kind of questions. I see people saying they didn't get any receipts on here. There's no receipt. It's like literally there's just nothing going on in the in that back end. It's just a very stupid checkout page for the course. It is my ClickFunnels Just Takes One course. Is my ClickFunnels e-commerce course, right? And we got about 14 people in there right now. Show us your cat. I'll show you a massive folder of pictures of my cats, but my webcam isn't working on my desktop here. So, but I'll gladly spend the next 4 hours showing you pictures of my cats. I have them organized nicely into a folder. So you're asking for trouble here if we open these up here. But let me see what else. ClickFunnels versus Smart Member. I don't really see any need to do Smart Member in any capacity here. I don't know. I really love ClickFunnels. So I think and if anyone, by the way, if anyone is in my bootcamp, you've experienced ClickFunnels. That bootcamp is run on the ClickFunnels membership site. So let me show you a small selection over here. So look at these. This is just ridiculous work. Look at that, holding the dollar bill. That's a great representation of someone that would be in my company. So there you go. I don't want to. I mean, I want to talk about non-stop photos, right? But those are some of them, right? And you got a lot of you were first introduced to me as the crazy cat guy who sells cat T-shirts. That's exactly why. So yeah, that's kind of it. Appreciate all the great feedback on my cats. I definitely will take that all day. I missed the answer on ClickFunnels plus Samcart. I can't say if it's good or bad because I don't really know anything about. I didn't even know Samcart was used for ClickFunnels, so I thought it was separate. So I'm really not so sure about that, Adrian. But it's not necessary, that's for sure. Marilee, I'm glad you think so. You're very welcome. Can you put the ClickFunnels link back up for the funnel itself? Yeah, definitely. That is, let's see, right here. So this is the link. If you want to grab my free funnel, right, this is obviously going to require you to open up a free trial inside of ClickFunnels. But this will be your free funnel in there to get that exact one-page funnel that I have. In a Facebook campaign, do you favor sending traffic to a post or straight to the target audience? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. I mean, you mean the target website? Definitely, I'm doing website conversion ads if that helps answer your question. But I mean, typically the whole point of the ad will be direct traffic to the product page. Okay. Do you think Market Hero is better than Abandonment Cart Protector? I think Market Hero is way more advanced than Abandonment Cart Protector. Abandonment Cart Protector will do only one thing, and that is send 3 follow-up emails based on cart abandonments. It's very powerful, and the reason why I recommend it is because it's incredibly easy to use, and it's only $8. Market Hero is basically, in my opinion, is like an Aweber competitor, where it's a much bigger kind of it's a true email platform. So different animals for sure. I think that it would not be weird for you to use both. It wouldn't even be weird. Like you could have MailChimp and Abandonment Protector. You could have Aweber and Abandonment Protector. So I think Abandonment Protector is like a staple in any store. Do you like Klaviyo? I do like Klaviyo, but I prefer MailChimp. Where would be the best way to find the seminar to watch again? Ben, it's going to be sent out probably within the next 24 hours to everyone who is registered. So if you're in here, you're going to get it. What do you think of one-click upsells? I think it's probably the most important reason why I'm on ClickFunnels in general. It's that important. It makes upsells convert at just a completely different rate. So I was saying earlier, you'll see different average order values for the same product on ClickFunnels and Shopify. Oh, the app, it does the best it can, right? It does the best it can. All the apps, the upsells and the one-click upsells and the funnels, Shopify is limited by just their functionality, and they obviously have great functionality for other reasons. Just inside of one-click upsells, they'll eventually have it, right? But what's out there right now is, in my opinion, it's not really good enough. Joe, sure. Bring the link back up over here. Still $197 on here. I guess if you're watching this replay, the price might have gone up. Anyway, let's see. All right, last 2 questions. If I have an audience that only has 2 different interest groups, but they are very passionate groups of about 100,000, would it still be worth a test? Yes, but in terms of upside, you have very limited upside there. So to build a Shopify store, I mean, this is, Chris, I think that's an odd scenario, but I would say that this is definitely something that is more of an oddity, right? Where you might be able to actually just go purely with ClickFunnels here because you probably don't have much upside in terms of building a store anyway. With only 200,000 people total, that's a very small niche. Let's see. James, very welcome. Is this part of the HCOM package? No, this is totally separate from the HCOM package. Can you email a link to the funnel to us? Anthony, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Quan, definitely will be emailed out ASAP. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. Yeah, this should be the page that you guys are seeing if you are trying to join this. ClickFunnels just takes one. Chris, yep, you're very, Chris says 2 hours of pure love. You're very welcome, man. Sue says it's 3 a.m. by her, and thanks for staying up. Anyway, guys, everyone who jumped into course, thank you. It's a leap of faith, considering I barely said anything about it. So that's awesome. I promise you you're going to love it, and I promise you it's also going to be an incredible deal because it will be going up later on. I'll be sending out emails to all you guys about how to get into the course in the initial videos and stuff like that. And I'll probably make a little group because I just want to get some feedback on it as well. But that's awesome. So everyone, look out for an email from me on there. Merrily, there should be nothing to set up a password for, so I don't think that there's really anything to register on. So I'll be sending out information about that for everyone who got in here. Guys, don't worry about it. Alex, is there a price point that works best? Yeah, I would say $20 to $40. Really, actually $29 to $49, I think, is the kind of the full range that you could shoot for your typical drop ship or print on demand products. Now, canvas prints, where I mean, a lot of people are crushing it with canvas prints right now, and those have a very high perceived value. So we're selling those for between $100 and $200, depending on the size, and having no problem with that. So it's not that you can't sell outside of $29 to $49, but I would just say that that's typically what you're going to find for the type of products that you would run into. Do I ever offer a discount? Very rarely. I'm very against discounting. Why print on demand over drop ship? I could give you 2 hours worth of reasons, but very quickly, ships from the U.S. Well, I'll give you one reason. Once you make the sale, your job is done. And that's it. I mean, that's the best reason right there. Can you drop a sneaky canvas store? I'm not sure. I have no idea what you mean. I've been enjoying your questions though, for sure. Can I drop a sneaky canvas store? Do you mean to drop a link to one of them? I'm not sure. Best to say free shipping baked in the cost. I think so on ClickFunnels. Yeah, I'm using the scarcity on there for the free plus ship for the free shipping, kind of hinting at. Or not hinting at. There's no hinting about it. I announced it 3 different times on that sales page, so I'm using that. But really, I'll tell you that the reason why I do free shipping is mostly because of the limitations on ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels again is not built to be a shopping cart for e-commerce like Shopify is, so they don't have shipping rates. So in fact, you have to include the shipping with the price. There's not there's not going to be an option for shipping cost inside of ClickFunnels. Okay. I see a couple more good questions, so I'm going to make sure we get these here. Okay, what shipping price works well? You know, on ClickFunnels is not going to be a shipping price, but on Shopify, $4.95 is typically reasonable. If you don't give a lot of discounts, do you use free shipping in your Facebook ads? No, I don't. I don't really offer any. What's the point of offering a discount in terms of your initial ad offering? Right? I don't find that it's going to increase drastically the conversion. I'm also very jaded. I came from a startup that completely ruined their business by discounting too heavily. So I won't be doing that. I've found that the people who use discounts the most are typically using them in the third abandonment email. Right? Let's say you're doing abandonment emails, you give a 10% email or a free shipping email, a free shipping code on the last email. But think about it, at that point they've already seen your ad, clicked to your product, added it to cart, ignored the cart, ignored the first checkout email, ignored the second checkout email, and then you're giving them a discount on the third try. So, I mean, at that point, they're barely a valuable customer anyway. So it's okay to kind of try to convert them over the line with discounting. But me personally, I still don't discount there. Shopify, no. Shopify, you could easily go ahead and do the fairly priced shipping, $4 to $5. That's totally fair. Increase your margin that way. Is there a difference between the T-shirt bootcamp and the ClickFunnels e-commerce course? Absolutely, is a pretty big difference. The T-shirt bootcamp is much bigger, much deeper, has a lot more information, and obviously it's based around Shopify and print on demand. The ClickFunnels course is strictly about ClickFunnels. I do obviously talk about and show how to do some of the current iterations of integrating into Shopify as well, but it's predominantly a dropshipping / ClickFunnels / Facebook ads course. Currently, obviously, it's much cheaper as well, but nothing. I don't believe there's a course out there, mine or anyone else's, that can compare to the T-shirt bootcamp. Yeah. Do you recommend scaling 20% per more, or can you go more aggressive? I don't recommend doing it based on a percentage, just because 20% is like 20% of $5 is not the same as 20% of $500. So I don't do it based on a scale like that. I base it off of basically ROI and off of the scaling rules that I kind of created. I put those inside the bootcamp. All right, let's see. How do you get the $50 ClickFunnels plan you mentioned that is hidden? I'm sorry, it's like $190 something. It's a middle tier plan. 97 is the lowest. I think there's also like a $29 plan that you can get from support, but it's only good for like I think like 45 days, something like that. So $97 is the lowest real plan. Anthony says the middle plan is $197, and you have to go and basically ask for that. I think you get it for like maximum 6 months, and they bump you up to the next tier. Chris, yes, I've definitely sold cat canvas, no doubt about it. So you're right on about that one. All right, guys, that's I think this is we're over 2 hours now, so doing pretty good here in terms of a nice webinar. We had a lot of people attend here, and a lot of people stick around all the way till the end, guys. So appreciate you spending a lot of time here. I really want to make sure that you guys take this seriously, take ClickFunnels, and really spend some time. You can go ahead and watch the video again. Think about how it might be able to fit into your business. Think about how it might be able to become an asset for you guys. And I really hope that you guys learn something. And Miguel, that's awesome, says big takeaway, $25 to test the product. That's definitely a very valuable takeaway to grab out of here. So I see a lot of great feedback, and you guys are very welcome. Thanks for spending all the time on here. For everyone who entered the ClickFunnels course, congratulations on getting in. I will be working ASAP to get you guys into the members area and a little private Facebook group so we can talk about the initial stuff in here. And otherwise, appreciate it. Cyril, thanks for sticking around. See you in a little bit. And Charlotte, you're very welcome. Donald, the Crazy Eights, appreciate it. Guys, have a great night, and I will talk to you real soon.